Reef, look at your Discord. I'm trying to co-host, but it's not giving me the co-host option now. God, oh, here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. Okay, wait. Reef, are you here? Oh. Oh. It's the same thing. Hello? The same thing happens. God damn it. So you were live and then you sent me a request?
I don't know.
No, neither. We might be stuck like this, and I'm sorry because like you're in the corner. You're like stuck in the little corner, and I'm like, damn.
Look at my cat, everybody.
Okay, show your cat. This thing's
Now
confusing.
don't leave the second I start talking about you. Rude.
Wait.
Kitty.
Help! Reef, help! Help! Oh my god! Oh, she's so precious.
She's very
Aww. Oh! Oh my god.
This is Tortilla, for everyone who doesn't know.
Guys, actually, we're not gonna read the episode. We're just gonna watch this cat. We're just gonna watch Tortilla.
Never stops moving. Fun fact.
Wow.
Let
me share this over.
Are you gonna lay here politely while I'm doing this?
Oh, she's so precious. Oh. Okay. Is that expanded for everyone, by the way? Because I expanded Reef on my phone. Was it expanded for everyone?
Yeah, I see me big.
Oh, okay, I see.
Hi, baby.
Wait, how do I go back? Oh, okay. I'm back. I have the power. She purring. Okay, now I'm the main screen because it's my show. No, I'm just kidding. It's a co-show. Thank you. Hi, Rose. Okay, guys, Rose is still shadow banned for me on Twitter, and I can't see her replies to my tweets. It's the saddest thing ever. It's so annoying. I want to see Rose's replies. Okay, this is. Now I'm gonna lock in. Is Tortilla good?
She's just rubbing up against my side now.
Rubbing up against your side. I can see her replies. That's so weird. It's so funny because when I go to Rose's account and click her replies, I can see her tweet replies. But when I like click on my tweets that she replied to, I can't see the replies, and it's making me go crazy. Like, Twitter is so stupid. I wish I didn't have to use it, but alas. This is why Reef is not on Twitter. Which, again, like I said, I think you're so fair. It's like, it's just that everyone is on Twitter.
I'm constantly in the voice chat and I'm scrolling on Tumblr. I'm like, God, I love Tumblr.
I went a little crazy because it's a brand new account. I was crazy. Okay, so what happened in the last chapter? Okay. The last chapter was basically all the girls going crazy over like how much they're in love with each other. That was basically what the chapter is called. God damn it! And it's all the girls going like, God damn it, she's so cute.
They're so cute. They're so hot.
She's so yeah, they're so cute. They're so hot.
Mira casually came out as gay to Zoe.
Oh, that's true. In the supermarket, in the grocery store.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
My roommate is being inappropriately straight.
Oh my god. I should maybe clip that as well. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so this is the movie night chapter. So they planned the movie night. And hee. Oh, we are keeping a teehee counter again, I guess. Who's keeping the teehee counter? Is Chris on the teehee counter again? Chris was very organized with that.
Chris has to leave like halfway through. So
Oh damn. That's fair. Someone
somebody
keep
get on that. I've teeheed 3 times now, including the one I just said.
Nice.
What's up?
Artie, I have sent you a video tutorial on Discord. I'll check it out after I'm done with this.
Yes. What's up?
I think Reef is responding to something. Are we doing a shot for every teehee? Because I will die. No, we're not. We're not doing a shot for every teehee. Do not drink responsibly, is what I'll say. Can you? I think I can mute her. Wait.
My trinkets and my art and stuff.
Okay, I muted her. Sorry for silencing you, Reef. But while Reef is gone for a sec, and busy for a sec, I will get into the chapter. So this is chapter 6. It's called Movie Night. And I'm once again sharing. Oh, you're back? Cool. And the summary is the movie night. We all need it to happen. Smiley face. Because Reef loves her 1-sentence summaries. Are you good?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I was trying to mute myself because I didn't want anybody to hear that conversation. I don't know how much of that was on.
I wasn't paying. I muted you like halfway through that. I didn't hear anything, but maybe people heard some stuff.
Fantastic.
I can't say much.
Well,
But yeah, let's get started.
can I be helped? Yes.
Okay. Is she finally gonna? I need her to like find out. Okay, anyway. She wasn't sure. She wasn't sure if she had the right address. She was at the address given, but something about it made her doubt herself. This was a house, for one, and a nice one at that. Not like insanely fancy or a mansion, but there was a well-maintained garden outside, and well, that was Mira's car in the driveway. She should know it since Mira had made it a habit in the last week to text her and show up to hang out or to take her home. They'd gone for ice cream, walked around the park over by the high school, and just driven around one day. Where it was strange but nice. Cuties. And now, movie night. The first time she'd be around both of them at the same time since returning Rumi's bag. She could handle it. Probably. Probably. She walked nervously up the paved path, taking in everything she could as she approached the door. She knocked gently, listening, but nothing happened. Okay, maybe too soft, or maybe... She forced herself to knock again, a little louder. She waited about a minute, then saw blurry movement in the window of the door before it opened, and she found a messy Mira rubbing her eyes. The taller girl blinked a few times, trying to register Zoe actually standing there. Oh, Zoe? Wait, shit, what time is it? She patted the pockets of her pants in search of her phone. Oh, I'm a little early. Habit, she smiled. Did I wake you up? She peeked to see the comfy-looking pants and the ruffled shirt that was far too big. Oh, I came back from some lessons and wanted to take a nap before you came. Shit, I must have... She pulled out her phone. Yup, overslept my alarm by like 10 minutes. Okay, not bad though. Sorry, Zoe. She paused, looking down at her phone still, before glancing back up. She opened the door wider, gesturing her in. You can come in, obviously. Okay, she said softly, stepping inside, sliding past Mira. The house was only lit by lamps, which made it cozy enough for Zoe to relax a bit, turning back to Mira, who was rubbing at her face to wake up. Where's Rumi? Also napping? Oh, no. She went out when I got home for snacks. Said it was a must. Mira smiled. I don't know what snacks she thought we needed. Our pantry is full of stuff. But I'm guessing she wanted to get some stuff for you. She didn't have to do that. I'd be perfectly happy with whatever you had. Even she paused for dramatic effect. Snack pretzels. You're never letting that go, are you? Mira's lips twitched into a wider smile. Nope. I wouldn't either. I think that's so funny. Um, Mira kept smiling at her for a moment before gesturing a bit down the hall. The kitchen's that way. Feel free to get anything you want out of there. Filtered water comes out of the front. Glasses are in the cabinet and to the right. I'm gonna go grab some blankets and pillows and change into something else. You don't have to, Zoe muttered, barely thinking. When her brain kicked back in, she smiled nervously. I mean, it's okay to be in comfy clothes. Yeah, but I want my pajamas, Mira said quietly. These aren't your pajamas? Mira smirked. You wish. Winking like she always did alongside a chuckle. Nah, I have the set with trains on them Rumi insisted on buying, so we match. It's stupid cute. I thought you'd like them. She did like that a lot. God, this night was gonna be sweet, sweet torture, wasn't it? That is so cute. Okay, well now now I feel overdressed. She gestured to the clothes she was wearing. Sweatpants and a sweater, only because it was chilly outside. If I knew you were gonna be wearing cute pajamas, I would have brought my TMNT Michelangelo set. I'm the cutest little ninja turtle. She giggled. Meh. We are not keeping a way counter. That would actually get you guys blast. Yeah, that'll be too much. Mira's eyes shifted, and Zoe thought she heard her breathe funny before Mira pointed a thumb toward a hallway. I'm gonna go do all that. Sure. So she let Mira go, letting out a breath she hadn't realized she'd been holding. Before she could attempt to recover, the front door was opening behind her. Rumi was in the door, arms firmly holding at least 6 bags, and shock took over her face when she saw Zoe. Oh, she frowned. You're here early. I didn't know it wasn't okay to be, Zoe muttered, suddenly worried she'd already messed up. Rumi wiped the frown off. My nervous little girl. Rumi wiped the frown off, worry creasing her brow. No, no, Zoe, you're fine. She groaned, but ended it with a smile. I just thought I had more time to set up. I wanted to make the couch all cozy with pillows and blankets and make a little snack spread so we didn't have to move. Mira called from the other room. A nest! She wanted to make a nest! Don't call it that! Rumi responded, huffing. Zoe giggled. I can help you if you want, since I'm here. She gave Rumi a bright smile, crossing her arms loosely in front of her. Rumi opened her mouth as if to argue, but closed it quickly and nodded. Okay, here, follow me. She kept all the bags in her arms and led Zoe into the kitchen, setting everything down on the table. I'll grab some bowls and trays if you can just pull the stuff out of the shopping bags. She turned and, with familiarity, crouched down to a cabinet to do just what she said she would. Zoe was quick to follow her orders, unpacking everything neatly as she could onto the table. Mira reappeared in the hallway, wearing a loose, cropped shirt and the previously mentioned train pajama pants. Jesus, Rue, did you buy half the store? She was laughing, shaking against the doorframe. Zoe glanced Rumi's way, watching the girl flush and huff, crossing her arms. I want to get stuff Zoe would like, and some stuff to share. Am I not allowed to be considerate? Don't be butthurt. It's sweet, just a bit overkill, don't you think? There was a tone to her voice Zoe couldn't place, and was surprised when Rumi sighed in defeat. She turned, smiling. I appreciate it, Rumi. Rumi's eyes went from deflecting, a small, shy smile gracing her lips. But Rumi's eyes glanced back at Mira, grin widening. You're wearing the train pants. I am. Mira sounded mildly annoyed. Be nice about it, or I'll take them off. You love them, Rumi insisted. I love you and your stupid train hyperfixation. Mira suddenly turned to Zoe, face serious. Don't let her infect you, Zoe. It's too late for me, but there's still hope for you. Zoe let herself smirk, relaxing into the banter. I don't know, the pants are pretty cute. I got her into it. Didn't even have to try. Rumi beamed, standing up straight. I win. You two are practically made for each other. It dooms me to the pits of choo-choo trains and ninja turtles. Mira groans, her arms flopping down at her side. May God strike me down in mercy. Dramatic much? Rumi mumbled, setting 2 trays and 3 bowls upon the counter. Pick what you think looks better. I got chips and hips. Don't be weird, Mira. Rumi shot her. Mira, 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 Mira. Mira, 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 Mira at the scene of the crime once again. Stop ovulating. Mira thirsty as fuck. Rumi shot her a play. What are you saying? Sorry.
No.
Okay. Rumi shot her a playful glare. Thankfully, Zoe was too busy laughing about the train pants still to have heard. But then Zoe gasped and looked back at them. The cat! I was promised a cat! Can we finish snacks first? Rumi protested, trying not to laugh. Cat! Zoe, he literally isn't going anywhere, Mira argued. Bring him to me! Mira glanced at Rumi, shrugged, smiled, and easily rolled off the doorframe and disappeared down the hall. Zoe waited, eyes trained on the spot as Rumi moved beside her, fussing over the pile of snacks. Moments later, she heard a small meow, and Mira was walking back in, patting at her thigh. Come on, buddy, I'm here. Was she calling him like a dog? But the second Derpy was in her line of sight. Zoe was squealing, leaning down to immediately grasp gently at both sides of his head, running her thumbs perfectly from the middle of his fat little head, left and right respectively, and over his ears. Baby, look at you, just a baby, soft ears. She giggled and scratched under his chin, still cooing. Mira wondered for a brief moment if it was horrendous of her to be jealous of a cat. She shook it off quickly and smiled. Zoe was just an animal person. Rumi shared a look with her over Zoe's head. Smiles exchanged while Rumi got back to work. You were right. You were so right, Mira. He is derpy. I love him so much I might die. Please don't. Please don't. We'd miss you, Rumi answered automatically. Zoe smiled wider. Not that they could tell. She shifted and slid her arms around him, standing abruptly and cradling him like a baby. Oh, he doesn't... What? Oh, he doesn't what? Mira paused. Why is he letting you do that? He never lets me do that. What the hell? Zoe beamed, sticking out her tongue and smooching his forehead a few times until the other 2 girls could hear how loud he was purring. You don't have my magic touch. Read it and weep, Zoe preened, kissing his head a few more times. My little baby. A woman of many talents, it seems. That was all Rumi said, still arranging what seemed to be aesthetically pleasing snack trays. After a few minutes of doing so, she grabbed a tray and slid out of the kitchen. Okay, can you guys grab that pile of blankets from my room and some pillows? I got it, Mira answered. Since Zoe is preoccupied with our feline. She left the kitchen, moving towards the bedrooms again. Yeah, he's pretty. He's never liked being picked up, Rumi explained after Mira left, coming back in to grab the second tray. Zoe liked the easy smile Rumi had on. I just I just let him be because I figure it's like a stray thing, but Mira secretly wants to smother him and gets pouty that she can't. So she's very jelly right now. Good. It's my revenge for her tickling me at the arcade. She can suffer. She giggled though. She giggled though. You have to act it out. You have to be a little silly with it. She giggled though. Rumi, I don't think I can set him down now. Look. The taller girl glanced, registering that Derpy was now slowly extending and tucking his front paws up towards Zoe's face. Is he. Air biscuits! Zoe giggled. Oh, you are mine now, forever. I have to bring you home. How have they been treating you, not to be blessed with such cuteness? Are they mean to you? I assure you we are not, Rumi defended. I literally feed him I literally feed him fresh fish twice a month. He's always on one of our beds. He's fine. You can't steal my cat. Our cat. What is it with you? What is it with you? Are you a communist or something? First, the turtle being our son, and now the cat I've loved and raised for a little under a year is our cat? If you love me, if you love Derpy, you would not deny us. Zoe's face was more serious. Rumi huffed, smiling regardless, and put the food tray down, coming over to lean over Zoe's shoulder. Okay, okay. You're welcome in the house anytime. Oh no, now we have two little babies. She scratched. Oh no! What a terrifying thing.
We've been saying in chat, lobster too buttery.
Lobster. What? What?
Heard that yet?
No, I haven't.
That's in the Discord all the time.
That's a good one. I haven't seen it. Like I said, my Discord game has not been on. Oh no, lobster too buttery. Oh my god, where was I? Oh, she scratched at Derpy's head, then laughed as she pulled away to go back to what she was doing. Zoe short-circuited. Rumi had been insanely close to her ear. Her voice had been low, teasing. Baby, little baby. She suppressed a shiver, chuckling to play it off, eventually swallowing the lump in her throat and following Rumi back to the living room. Mira was there too, now tossing blankets and pillows around like it was routine. When the pink-haired girl processed that Zoe was still holding Derpy, her eyebrows furrowed and softened a few times. What Rumi told her rang back in her ears about how much Mira loved this cat. She meant to comment on it, joke on it maybe, but Mira was in front of her then, face serious and looking at Derpy like he had burned down her house. Little traitor. Don't say that! Zoe laughed, kicking softly at Mira's shin. Don't say that to him. He's a baby. Babies can be traitors. He is living proof. She pointed at him with zero aggression. No, be mad at me, not him. I have a very comforting aura. You have resting bitch face. God forbid a girl have resting bitch face.
I gotta comment on that part.
Oh. Sorry, my friend was calling. What are you saying?
Someone commented on that part specifically and said, Zoe, you can't say that to your girlfriend.
God forbid Mira have an RBF. God forbid. Sorry. Sorry, my friend just called me and I was checking my messages. Okay. I'm yeah, let me see. Let me message. I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay. I am. Okay, can you hear me?
What are we doing? Is there a link to the fic? I don't have the link, but it's my fic. It's Reef Writing. If you go to my AO3, it's the same thing.
It's called The Art of Spoiling Pretty Girls. I'm back. I just apparently our super is coming to our place and no one else is home. So we'll see what happens.
Fantastic.
God forbid I try to read Reef's fic on my live. Something is always interrupting it.
It's always interrupted.
It's so
God hates my ass.
Wait, I heard something. I don't know. I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going and whatever happens. Oh my god. Give me a second. Oh, let me mute. Give me a second. Oh shit. Hi.
Guys.
Yes. You can let them in.
Okay.
You can let them in. I'm so sorry. I'm on live stream right now.
It really is. Hi, Chris. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Chicky.
Hi. Okay, so there's a very weird.
It's not my fault.
It's not Reef's fault, guys. There's a weird.
Just to bully me.
There's a very weird smell in our apartment, so our super is coming in to check it out. But my friend is in our place right now, so she is letting him in.
Yay.
She's basically our roommate, so like, it should be
Actually,
fun.
I had a really rough weekend, but I'm feeling much better today. So, which I need to text you about, Artie. I need
Yeah.
to give you the tea
It's okay. Do you wanna like call?
later.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah. Please do. It's okay. But I'm glad you're doing
No
better.
more stair incidents.
No more stair
No
incidents.
more stairs.
If it makes you feel better, I hit my leg when I was working at my like theater job. I hit my shin on our theater seats, like the corner of the theater seats, so it got a little. So I'm also like in the little clumsy area with you, you know. We're going through it together.
Right now, but you've been MIA from the Discord, so you haven't been in the know.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. I'm overall very bad at Discord, but especially this last weekend, I was just like working, and like whenever I came back home, I was like kind of gone. So already needs a hug.
Discord is a lot.
Discord is a lot. It has always been a lot for me. So I'm like trying not to get upset over that fact. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's get back to this. Wait. Okay, she said resting bitch face and we started talking about other stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm back. She smiled, looking up at the taller girl with a playful glint. Even if your face is simultaneously cute, he does not understand such complexities as I do. Did you just call me cute? Mira breathed, Zoe practically vibrating at the tiny flesh of her face. Yep, she is rebranding you, Mir. Mir opened and closed her mouth a few times before turning away and settling into the couch, Rumi laughing at how much it looked like Mira was pouting. Zoe sat herself on the opposite side of the couch from Mira, a healthy and normal amount of space, before Rumi came back with the bowls with chips in them and sat right in between them. As she picked up the remote, she spoke. So, what platform? You said it was a Disney movie, right? Disney Plus? Oh, yeah, probably, Zoe answered, crossing her legs and settling Derpy into her lap. Seemed he had enough, though, and he stretched before hopping on the back of the couch and sat himself there. Okay, TRE. Oh, there it is. Rumi leaned forward, navigating the menu. A secret map inspires a thrilling treasure hunt across the galaxy. Oh, it's sci-fi. You didn't look it up beforehand? Zoe asked. No, wanted to wait. I think Mira did, though. Wait, so why is it sad? Does the main character die or something? No. Disney movie. Beloved side character? I'm not gonna tell you if someone dies, Rue. That's why you watch the movie. She giggled, finally looking at the spread of snacks she'd brought out. When Rumi noticed, she leaned over, close to Zoe's shoulder. I got a couple of things we like, so you can try them. And I don't know how much sugar you're good with consuming, but I also got some chocolate covered caramels, this fancy brand I like, and this cheaper one called Raisin. It's chocolate caramel covered Reason. I don't know what that is. It's chocolate.
Delicious, by the way.
I'm gonna look it up. It's chocolate caramel covered in more chocolate. I'm gonna look it up right now, in fact. And also, hate to let you know, but I still haven't watched Treasure Planet.
Well, spoilers ahead.
Well, wait, Reason Candy. It didn't come up. Oh, I see. I've never had this, but it looks really good. But I've never had
They're
it.
really good. They're chocolate caramel covered in chocolate.
It's great. It looks great. It looks like right up my alley, actually. Nice. I'm learning new things every day. Okay. I love Reason. Zoe immediately plucked one off the tray and unwrapped it, pausing only to turn to Rumi. Trash? Oh, right. One sec. I'll grab mine from my room. She was up again, and Zoe looked over at Mira, who was relaxed again and scratching behind Derpy's ears. You're not actually mad he likes me, are you? She tried to make it sound teasing, but her genuine worry comes out just a tiny bit. Mira smiles though. No, it's cute. I'm actually glad he likes you. Worst case was him hissing and running off like he did when Genu would come over. You know, cats and their senses for bad boys. She glanced at Zoe, or girls. She chuckled, then moved her hand to scratch at Derpy's chin. Her heart ticked up a beat in rhythm at this implication. Mira was glad that Derpy liked her because she liked having her around. Rumi was back then, politely setting a small trash can in front of her by the coffee table. There. All right, let's go. This she can do. Focus on the movie, watch the intro sequence play, remembering as a kid wanting a flying surf slash skateboard to fly, be free, feel the wind. It made her think about riding Rumi's motorcycle again, wanting to get as close to that feeling as possible. God forbid a kid does a little rebelling. Mira mumbles, picking at one of the bowls of chips. But why are the cops robots? Are they all robots? No, Zoe answered. I mean, not technically. It's not the biggest part of the story. Man, the animation is good, Rumi added, tucking her legs up under her on the couch. They fell silent until the man's death on the dock. Shit, Zoe, that's dark, Mira commented. Shh, we're barely into it. We still have to get to the spaceport. You shh, she bites back, playful. Mira, Rumi says with gentle sternness. It's during the scene where Jim manages to open the map that she feels just a ghost of sensation close to her shoulder, and she peeks over to see Mira's hand slung across the back of Rumi's shoulders and barely reaching towards Zoe's. When Zoe glanced up, Mira was still engrossed, so she faced back forward, thinking nothing of it. I like thinking nothing. Nothing of it. I'm also like reading these plot points and I'm like, totally know what that's referring to. I'm sorry. I will watch it eventually. I have to now. We have to do it in the Discord. Legally required. I have some time in the following days. We can do it. I like Dr. Delbert. I like Dr. Delbert. Cool. He's funny, Rumi mentions quietly. He gets even better, Zoe answers, smiling and leaning into her side for just a moment before settling back to the couch. When Captain Amelia flips down and lands in front of them, Mira whistles. Okay, hot. Rumi elbows her side. What? That is a cat. No, it's a cat-like alien. Mira's right. She is hot. Zoe adds. Both
Okay,
of them.
Marty, I think you need context for this.
Yeah.
I need to look up a picture of Captain Amelia.
Captain.
Treasure Planet.
Okay, I'm looking up right
For
now.
context.
Just for the context, Treasure Planet. Ah. Wait. I need a picture. Oh, I see. Yeah, here's the thing. When an
It
animal
definitely inspired a generation of furries, let's be honest.
That's so funny. When it's an animal, but like not fully an animal, like it's fine. You know? I think this is fine. It's fine. Because she's an animal, but like she is. What was it called? I forgot the word. Anthropomorphic. It's like when the animals are like anthropomorphic enough, I think it's fair game. But also, I am not one to like.
We need to hear me out, Kate.
We need to hear me out, Cake. We do need to hear me out, Cake.
Because did Captain Amelia or Catra come first? Technically, Catra came first because She-Ra started in the 90s.
That's true.
Or was it in the 90s?
It is pretty.
The 80s?
Looking up right now. It was 1985.
Context.
The original series was 1985, so. And the first appearance is 1984. Yeah.
There is a TikTok I have somewhere on my phone, and it's two guys who wrote a song, and it starts off with, "Why is that animal so sexy?"
Send it to me. Because what is the context of that?
It's literally them just talking about how certain animals have been made way too sexy in animation.
I
If I find
mean,
it, Artie, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm sure I can find it. I have a Google Photos thing that is exclusively TikToks. It's in there somewhere. I know it is.
no, I think the conclusion of this whole segment is that I think it's fair game.
I knew you'd fucking say that. I knew you'd say Kovu. Not already having to look it up.
Okay, I watched this series when I was very young, so I had to look it up, but I know what you mean. That's very funny. That is very funny. That is extremely funny. I don't know. I'm not gonna be the judge of that. I didn't sign up for this.
I think I remember us having a conversation in a voice chat about like werewolves and like where the line is.
Yeah, no, we were having a conversation because I brought it up because I was like, I think the freakiest thing that has happened in the Polytrix fandom is like, I don't know, monster fucking. I don't know what's the craziest thing that's happened. And then we went into a conversation about like what counts as bestiality. Like we're like, where do we draw the line? Again, I did not sign up for this. I'm not judging anything. I think Captain Amelia is fair game. I will say that. Artie's booing, but all of y'all say I'm right. Listen. Sometimes I don't know. Maybe it's just his aura. I get it. Like I understand where you're coming from. I'm not one to judge that. Also, I'm sweating so much. Oh my god. We listen and we don't judge. Anyways, I am ending this side quest right here, right now. Do whatever you want, okay? Do whatever you want.
I just wanted the context.
For the context. And I got the context, so thank you very much. And this is the end. Okay. So Mira's right, she is hot, Zoe adds, both of them turning to her. It's like the authority, not like the cat part. She's got confidence and a gun and thigh-high boots, Mira added. Rumi elbowed both of them. See, I understand that. I understand it, dude. Say what you want to say. I'm not judging.
Everyone hear me out, chat in the Discord.
That's
separate, guys. That's separate. Separate. All right, go, Artie. Go.
You guys are going to horny jail. She groaned. This is me to you as well. You guys are going to horny jail. They fell back into quiet though, laughing as the captain tore into Delbert before focusing again as Mr. Silver is introduced. So he's like totally the cyborg the dead guy warned about, right? Rumi whispered. Totally. Totally. Both of you shut up, Zoe managed, slapping gently at one of Rumi's hands. She stumbled and froze when Rumi grabbed it, laughing lightly and pulling it over to her lap and patting it as an apology. But she didn't let it go, gently holding Zoe's hand as the movie played. Okay, totally chill. That's fine. Rumi's eye Ruby's eyes brightened when Morph made his appearance, squeezing at Zoe's hand and they giggled at each other while whispering, "Cute!" Neither of them noticed Mira rolling her eyes, but smiling just as big. They kept on like that, each scene a new passing comment, a laugh, a playful slap or poke, and giggles. Rumi and Mira cringed as at Mr. Scroop, calling him horrifying. They shot a glance towards Zoe, receiving an eye roll when Silver was discussing the mutiny, and she smirked back at the response. But things shifted during the scene with Jim and Silver. Zoe hated it. It was too close, too real, too much for her heart. Of course, she knew she'd cry, but she thought she'd save it till the end, not here. The montage of father-child bonding and Jim's dad leaving had her heart aching for a different reason, and she tried but couldn't fight the tears welling up in her eyes. Too many memories of her own father flooded her mind. She stayed quiet, grounded somewhat by Rumi's hand still gently on her forearm where it had landed after the last playful slap. Rumi shifted slightly, her other hand reaching for Mira's free one, something Zoe couldn't see. And despite, or maybe because of, Zoe's silence, she spared a glance, heart breaking at the shaky tears and tense lips the girl wore. Without saying anything, she pulled her hand away from Zoe's hand in her lap and wrapped it securely around Zoe's back, hand landing high on the outside of her thigh close to her hip, and scooted just an inch closer to give Zoe something to lean into. She wouldn't mention it, wouldn't pause the movie and make a scene, but she would give the comfort she felt was allowed. Zoe tensed, but did slowly relax, closing her eyes for just a moment, then starting to blink the tears away. She tilted only a bit into Rumi, enough to say thank you. Rumi tapped her fingers twice on her thigh as an acknowledgement. She couldn't focus much on the movie anymore, between the mess in her head and the mess in her heart, and how they intertwined so horribly. So she focused on the real. Rumi's hand, their sides pressed together, and when did Mira's hand land on her back? Not like earlier, firmer, like she was also comforting her, but not saying a word, like she also didn't want Zoe to feel guilty. Just be there. They were both just there, silent, strong, comforting. Whether that was better or worse for whatever she was feeling for both of them, she couldn't tell. But she leaned into it regardless, one hand landing on Rumi's closest thigh and leaning her body back into Mira's hand. She'd calmed down enough by the time they were most of the way through the mutiny scene to joke about Morph not being able to choose between his two dads, and Mira responding with a crack about how they'd never do that to Sebastian, which has all three of them chuckling. Most of the movie after that was a blur. A few chuckles about Captain Amelia and her comment on the doctor's eyes, gasps during the fight scene on the ship, soft giggles as Ben or Ben messed with Ben. Okay. Ben messed with the wires. Zoe was sleepy. She'd worked that morning and she was so cozy. And her brain was too full of crushes and family issues and a silly movie from 2002 being the reason she'd unraveled, if only a little bit, in front of Rumi and Mira. She didn't mean to lean further into Rumi, but she did. And Rumi just hummed, head landing on Zoe's.
Aww.
Aww, wait. And that's a line break, so I'm gonna check the chat real quick. I hope that
Like, Chris is like probably internally going just like that's what's upcoming. She's just like, fuck you. Because the little bit of angst, the little sprinkles.
oh, it's in this chapter?
Well, it's in the next couple chapters.
Okay. Okay.
But listen, guys. If I do angst, I do comfort.
Yes, you do.
I'm a hurt comfort girly.
Yes.
Alright?
And it's like
I'm
up
pretty
until
super-
now, it's been pretty fluffy. So like I feel like you deserve that. It's not like angst from the get-go. So like it's fine. You're
I
still
like this movie better if these people kissed. Just saying. It'd be better if it was gayer.
It would be better if it was- what's that thing about the two dads? Or is it just like them joking or
Oh, it's a joke. Like in the movie, Morph is this little like shape-shifting creature
mm-hmm.
who is owned by the pirate guy Silver, but he gets attached to Jim, who's the main character.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a scene where they're both just like, come here, Morph, come here,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like not making a choice.
Uh-huh.
Are you looking up what Morph
Yeah.
is like?
Yeah, I am.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. Oh, that rolls. I see.
Reef pads the bricks she throws with like 3 layers of pillows. I know.
Yeah. That's a
I forget if it's chapter. I think it's chapter 8, but it was like 9,000 words, and that's because I promised that I wouldn't end it off on like angst, so I had to make it a little better.
I trust you.
Stop at the end.
We are totally selling already on movie night. No, I do really want to watch it. I do. It's just I'm annoying about movies. Like I'm very bad at watching movies. That's just something about me. But I'm so up to do
Pillow
that.
bricks.
I need the pillow bricks, okay? How am I
Gonna
gonna heal my
They're not at rock bottom. Rose, no.
all the don't worry, I kissed them before. No, this is like all the comments I got on my like little, I guess, little video being like me at the Polytrix authors trying to break the girls apart. All the comments I got over there was like, but like I'm gonna like make them go through hell and then heal it afterwards. This is exactly what's happening right now. Oh my god, TikTok is making me do Trump's character. If we both have a link in the link, it won't work. So if you're okay leaving the Discord link to me because it won't. Okay.
Yuri, I want Yuri.
I want Yuri. Oh my god. Totally unrelated, but I was on a live stream yesterday. Like I was watching a live stream and there are 2 characters. It was a live stream of a video game and there are 2 characters in that. And whenever one of the character would be like, "Oh, she is so prim and proper," and like, "Why does she talk like that all the time?" And I'm like, "Yay! Toxic Yuri!" I'm always leaving comments. I live for Yuri.
The kissing scene. You guys are gonna have to read to find the kissing scene.
And I'm gonna continue reading it right now. I'm just gonna keep going. Rumi was trying not to lose it. Zoe was pressed so close to her, she was half worried the girl could feel how fast her heart was beating. She had been sneaking glances at Mira in disbelief. "Do you see this?" Mira just kept letting out huffs of amusement, the arm she had stretched behind Rumi's head and touching Zoe's upper back, just barely twitching with nerves. Rumi cried when Silver and Jim fought. Mira leaned in closer to her, sighing but pressing their heads together in silent support, tears rolling down her cheek when Silver saved him from falling, and choked down more as the action ramped up and the planet began to truly crumble, them working together to make a new skyboard. Wait, that sounds crazy. Wait. Mira smiled. Wait, this sounds intriguing. No, I know. I'm gonna end up watching it. Mira smiled, if only because she knew how much Rumi felt. She always did that. Felt too much. The breath she let out, full of relief, when they came out of the other side of the portal, a small sob following. Mira leaned away, tapping at Zoe's back. Zoe, look at Rumi. She tried to suppress a giggle. Huh? The smaller girl tugged her head up to blink at Rumi's tear-streaked face. Rumi shaking her head. Told you I'm an ugly crier, she managed, voice tight. Zoe blinked a few more times, studying Rumi's face with genuine concentration. One hand came up, using the sleeve of the sweater she'd worn to lazily wipe at one of her cheeks to clear the tears. She let her hand drop back down before her eyes fluttered, and she leaned right back into where she had been and mumbled, You're never ugly, spoken into Rumi's chest. Rumi's heart, Rumi's heart practically exploded, arm tightening around Zoe like letting her go would kill her. She snapped her head around 180 degrees towards Mira, eyes welling up again, and a small, pathetic noise out of her throat that Mira could only interpret as she thinks I'm pretty. She thinks I'm pretty.
Losers. Guys, they're losers, and I wrote them that way on purpose.
And it rolls, and I love them. Mira, smiling, quickly leans forward to kiss a tear from her cheek, shushing her quietly, and then leaning back into her. And Zoe is still not aware that they're dating. Zoe is still not
It's like half
clucked.
asleep right now.
Zoe is half asleep.
Right now,
That is true. I'm just like, girl,
queen of not reading into it.
girl, lock in. Girl, I need you to lock in. Lock in. The three of them stayed there.
She doesn't find out for like 2 more chapters.
What do you fucking mean? I guess it is kind of a slow burn in that aspect. I kept being like, it's not a slow burn, it's not a slow burn. Well, Zoe doesn't find out until chapter what, 8? That's crazy. Zoe, come on, girl. That's so funny though. Girl. This is just
Sorry, don't worry about it.
it's okay. Okay, whatever. I was gonna say something, but then I was like, whatever. The three of them stayed there until the credits rolled, Rumi sniffling to try and breathe properly again, Zoe nearly asleep, and Mira perfectly content with both of her girls. But eventually, Rumi shook Zoe, muttering, Zoe, movie's over. You want to ride home? Zoe groaned, shaking her head. You're so warm. Do not rip me from the cozy, Rumi. It will be your highest crime. Mira chuckled, watching Rumi frown. Dramatic much? I can give you a heat. Sorry, is that Rumi? That's Rumi speaking. Dramatic much?
That's Mira.
That's Mira? Okay. Dramatic much? I can give you a heated seat, silly. The power of car. Zoe shook her head. I only crave the power of Rumi and couch. Power of couch. You're barely awake. Mira smiled, full of affection. This silly girl. Yes, quiet and lazy. Rumi looked between them, a softer smile gracing her lips. You want to sleep over? Stay on the couch? We have a guest room, Mira added, smirking at Rumi. Rumi returned a face that Mira giggled at, furrowed brows and a deep frown that she knew was more of a pout than anything. Zoe shook her head. Comfy here. Rumi breathed in. Okay. She shifted to let Mira go, who stood up and began packing away the snacks, only half eaten, all while Rumi tried not to. Everything okay there?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was moving my phone.
Okay, cool. She shifted to let Mira go, who stood up and began packing away the snacks, only half eaten, all while Rumi tried not to scream about Zoe being tucked under her arm. She hesitated, but allowed herself to rub slow circles along the hip her hand was still wrapped around. Zoe didn't move. Mira smiled at them, Rumi's eyes betraying how over the moon she was. Guess she's a cuddler. She chuckled, picking up one of the trays to take into the kitchen. She repeated that with the bowls and the other tray before sitting down on the other side of Zoe, glancing at Rumi just once before sliding a hand up Zoe's back. Zoe, wanna lie down? You just gotta turn a bit. She was out, dead asleep. Mira almost didn't have the heart to move her if Rumi wasn't attached. Okay, all right, little barnacle, come here. She tapped Rumi's hand out of the way and slid her hands under her to slowly turn her and lay her down, head landing on one of Mira's pillows. There you go. Rue, hand me the. She already had the blanket in hand and wrapped Zoe up just as easily. She sleeps like a rock. Who would have guessed? I mean, she has near limitless energy. Guess she sleeps extra hard to make up for it. Rumi giggled, standing up and finally stretching. She's so cute, Mir. I know, lover girl. I saw. She stood up and squished Rumi's face.
I was waiting.
Yeah. They're all lover girls. She stood up and squished Rumi's face between her hands. You're just as cute. Leaning forward to peck her lips before looking back at Zoe. Hope she doesn't have anything to be up early for tomorrow. I'll check with her when I get up for my run. You can sleep in. Rumi leaned in to kiss Mira's cheek. I know you like your lazy Sundays. You're too kind to me, babe, she said in a fake lovey voice before chuckling. I'm gonna go get Seb. Are we? She glanced at Zoe and the rest of the couch. Are we sleeping out here? I wanted to, but if you want to go to bed. Nope. She didn't even listen, raising a hand. Sleepy couch puddle, say no more. Rumi smiled. I just registered that you called me lover girl. Mira winked, giggling as she made her way to Rumi's room to retrieve their turtle child. Moments later, she and Rumi had settled back on the couch, thankfully wide enough to let them lie next to each other with their legs touching Zoe's. Sebastian sat up perfectly in between Zoe and the couch. I'm just letting you give the reactions for me. I'm just like silent reactions.
Just want to strangle him a little bit, like squish him together.
They're so cute. Oh my god.
They're so cute.
They're so fucking cute.
It's
Oh.
not the last time that Rumi gets called lover girl, by the way. It's not the last time.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. You and your pet names. T. When Zoe blinked awake the next. Oh, I should check the. While I'm in a chapter break, I should check the chat, but.
Reef went when I thought of King Clawthorn. That is my boy right there. True.
Red, go get dinner. I just saw that. Red, go get dinner.
They're so cute. I want to crush them. Yes.
Yeah.
We're all individually, all three of them are meant to be losers. I need you to know that. Like most fanfics, they'll be like one of them is the dedicated loser. No,
they're all losers.
Equally. That is on purpose.
Yay, Red.
Plot started plotting.
Red has the dinner.
My bad.
Oh my god, cheeky, no. Oh god, cheeky.
Cheeky.
I know that you don't like you sleep late regularly, but I'm just like cheeky. No, 5 a.m. is too late.
Ooh, I have leftover Chipotle downstairs when I'm done.
Oh, that's nice. Damn. I have leftover food, but I need to make more food. Meh. I just wanna be lazy. But wow. Oh my god, I love Chipotle. Okay. Which song? It's okay. Not 10 a.m. being my bedtime normally. Yeah, I mean, Red, I'm used to Red's antics. I'm used to like Red like staying up basically like Red, I feel like just it feels like Red is in the same time zone as me, even though she's like 5 hours ahead. I'm like, Red, I need you to go to sleep. But well,
Red babysits us in the voice chat, and I think it was me, Chris, and several other people fell asleep to Red singing us to sleep.
that's very sweet. That is very, very sweet. And I can imagine how calming that would be in Red's voice.
Yes.
Damn.
It was the best night's sleep I'd had in like 5 days.
Damn. That's so
It's
nice.
been rough out here for a reef.
Aww. Yeah, oh my god. Now I'm jelly. Now I'm jelly. But oh well. Sorry. It's okay. I'm not going in the Discord. Like it's because I'm not going. It's because I'm not going. It's fine. I'm never going to meet the polycule accusations. Not that you'd want to. Why would we want to beat the polycule accusations? We started the polycule ourselves. We made it. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Oh my god, my back. Okay. When Zoe blinked awake the next morning, she was a little confused. But sitting up and finding Mira lying opposite to her on the couch made everything click. She'd fallen asleep. Morning! She whipped her head around to see Rumi poking out of the kitchen with a smile. Making omelets. You want one? Anything you like in them? I have cheese and bacon and peppers. You don't have to make me breakfast, she weakly argued, but her stomach growled out loud. Guess eating just a few pieces of candy hadn't really done anything for her belly. Cheese and bacon sound great, actually. Rumi nodded and ducked back into the kitchen. Zoe relaxed. This was so domestic. Her roommate was as bad as her when it came to cooking, and she hadn't had someone make her food since, well, girl, I relate. The smell brought her back to life, and she chose to get closer by scooting into the kitchen. Rumi was dressed in shorts and a t-shirt, something simple, gentle humming of some song she couldn't place, the sizzle of the pan. It was almost overwhelming. Sorry for falling asleep on you, she started with. I thought I'd cry a bit farther in. Just it hit me hard, I guess. Is it parent stuff? Rumi asked gently, turning her face to meet Zoe's eyes. 'Cause I get it. I was crying at the bonding, the betrayal. It hit me hard too. Don't feel bad for needing some comfort. She smiled, eyes full and soft. Besides, I'm cuddly. Mira calls me a lanky teddy bear. You're not lanky though, Zoe chuckled, quirking her brow. Yeah, tell that to her. She looked back at the pan, flipping the omelet inside with ease. I got up early to go on my run, but wanted to make sure you ate first and to ask if I needed to take you home. Or you can wait till I get back or when Mira wakes up. I just go around the block a few times though. No, my shift doesn't start till like 1 o'clock. I appreciate it. She paused, then moved to sit at the table. Parent stuff, yeah. I try not to speak for Mira, but both her parents are like, ugh, you know? And well, I never knew my dad, and my mom died when I was still pretty young. Then my aunt took me in, and Not great. Oh, we're getting into it. We're getting into it. Let's go. Rumi said this smoothly. You know I love my Celine stuff. You know I love my Celine stuff.
Chris and Artie are both gonna kick my ass.
No, wait. Well,
When I get into it, you guys are gonna want to kick my ass.
we'll see. Rumi said this smoothly, carefully, while also plating the omelet and setting it in front of her. So don't feel bad for parent trouble. Zoe breathed in a few times, hating how tears were coming to her eyes again. When she managed to speak again, it was weak. Thank you. Rumi didn't move for a moment, but suddenly crouched down to be able to meet her eyes. Zoe? Sorry. I don't mean to be like this. She moved to wipe at her tears, but one of Rumi's hands beat her to it, shocking her into looking back at the other girl. You don't have to apologize for feeling stuff. Not here, okay? Rumi's voice was so gentle that Zoe wanted to melt back into her again. I only meant to say it in that we understand. And as little or as much as you want to share, you can. It helped me to get out of it helped me to get it out of my head, you know? She blinked, then huffed, standing. I didn't even grab you a fork. Zoe laughed at that. You're so weird, Rue. But she liked it. She liked how weird they were. Both of them weird and kind and understanding. I like the switch up because I feel like with these AUs, it's usually like because it's Rumi getting accepted into the like already established Zomira thing. It's nice to see that happen to Zoe instead of Rumi. It's really nice. She heard the chuckle Rumi let out as she walked over and grabbed a fork for her to eat with. I'm assuming you wait. I'm assuming you meant that as a compliment? Nope, totally an insult. Ouch. Rumi feigns, holding her chest. I'll never recover. Guess I'll just have to call you beautiful to get even, as an insult. That's really good. That's really good. I'm eating this up.
I love my gay banter, chat. I love my gay banter.
Yes. Zoe snaps her head up to comment on how that wasn't even close to making sense, but Rumi's smile met her eyes, and in the moment, with Rumi winking at her, her heart fluttered, and she gasped in offense, pushing through the feeling to play along. Okay, pretty girl. Low blow, gorgeous. Yikes, hot stuff. They're so cute. I love this. This is so good. This is like peak. This is peak gay banter. This is really good.
Thank you. I made a mistake.
Oh.
Sorry, I got a phone call.
Oh, it's all good. Rumi laughed at that one. Okay, you win. Caught me off guard with that one. What? No one ever called you hot? Zoe smirked, feeling the shift in power. Rumi shook her head. No, I get pretty and beautiful all the time, but hot? Nah. I don't mind. Mira, though, she laughed. You should see how many guys come up to hit on her, and she always scowls, just like this. She makes a face to demonstrate, almost a wince, but eyebrows furrowed and lips twisted. The shorter girl laughed. That sounds hilarious to watch. Oh, it is. Zoe let Rumi get back to making her own omelet, back to humming, back to peace and comfort. But she thought about it and finally spoke. My parents had a lot of issues, and when I was 10, they split up. So I get really sensitive about parental abandonment naturally. So it felt good, to be honest, to say it out loud while she began picking off pieces of the omelet. And I guess all this domestic stuff hurts too, a little. Not for being domestic, but like as a reminder, I haven't had a homemade breakfast in over a decade. Rumi stayed quiet, but Zoe heard the pan move and small footsteps before arms were wrapped around her shoulder. Thank you for telling me. She moved, face to face with Zoe now. I'll make you breakfast every chance I get. Promised. Promise. I meant it last night too. You're welcome here whenever. I mean, with slight notice, or if it's an emergency. We are here. Thank you for holding me, she blurted out, voice weak again. Anytime, Zoe. She leaned into the hug, breathing out a sigh that felt like her whole body lost tension. Maybe it did. And it felt so good to just be, to feel the care, to feel understood, to feel a part of this. So she let herself soak it all in. Rumi, Mira, omelets, heavy words about family problems, flirting. It was nice to feel like she belonged. That's the end. Okay. The notes are like, here, fishy fishies. Gay flakes just for you. Movie night was very anticipated, so I had to make it worth it. You did. That was really good. That was really good. That was really nice. This chapter consumed the 3 days of my life, so please accept that it is part of my soul. Oh, Reeve. I'll leave a little comment. This one has 121 comments. Deserved. Happy fish noises. Glub glub. Mm. They're so cute. And we're getting into like some of the stuff.
Shit, yeah.
Some of the real shit. So that's exciting. Ah, well. Well.
Chapter 7 is 9,000 words.
Cool. Cool. Good to know. Oh, the summary.
Feel like it.
Oh, I will. I'm not needed right now at any other place, so I'm good to go on.
Fantastic.
How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing in the chat? Abid, is that you? Did I do something?
Is that chapter the next chapter? This chapter has one of my favorite scenes in it as well, but it's not like the chapter. The chapter is next chapter.
Oh, great. Oh, awesome. Also,
wait, hold on, let me.
I downloaded the entirety of the.
Oh, it is actually. Wait.
Oh! The show community has a character that says cool. I see.
Oh, it is this chapter.
Okay.
It is this one.
Let me check on my friend real quick because I don't know if our super came in. I'm gonna be back, okay? I'm so sorry to leave again, but I'll be back.
Guys, I forget which numbers go with which things. The chapter hurt. Yeah, this is the chapter. This is what kicks it all off, chat. It's
Okay.
And then chapter 8
I'm so sorry for like
also hurts.
That, but it smells better.
I'm trying to keep my makeup pretty. Oh no.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's definitely.
And I was like, it's like, what can we do about that?
Oh god.
Okay, left.
That's crazy. Great.
This is the chapter when everything kicks fucking
I'm gonna
off.
head back because apparently I'm like co-hosting with the
Why
audio
did you do
apparently,
that?
so
I never told you to do that.
it's really fun. I'm having fun.
Having more
Okay.
flashbacks.
I'll be back
I love
for
to make
Lucina
pretty girls
whenever
cry.
everyone comes.
No. Read for me when I catch you. Read me.
Hello. What are you guys talking about? This is a chapter where you're.
Talking about how this chapter is where everything kicks off. Everybody's like,
Listen. I know I love me. I love me my fluff. But I do like a little I love a little sprinkle, you know.
Oh, Artie's gonna love the start of chapter 8. Artie's gonna love the start of chapter
I just
8.
don't know what you mean by like what is the angst in this case. So we'll find out. We'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Wouldn't you like to know whether
What do you like to know?
yeah, I'm scared.
Well, are you Miss Self-Sufficient USA? Sorry, I was thinking of something else. The ball being dropped, ruin makeup. Well, thank God I don't have a lot of makeup on, so.
Oh yeah, chapter 7, 8, and 9 are all kind of like in a row, very important. And then 10 and 11 get back a little bit to the fluff. Is kind of the general consensus.
Sorry, I'm looking at my Twitter right now.
What if it's for the plot? My friend Reef was being unhinged with her writing. Yeah. Reef, you're so lucky therapy is free in the UK.
Sorry,
I
I'm.
don't think the angst is that bad.
I don't think it can. We'll see. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything.
I know it's gonna hurt, but I don't think it's as bad as they're trying to make it out to.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said there were 3 chapters in a row with angst. Why would you ever trust a fic author? Yeah, guys, I never told you to trust me.
Truth.
What if it's for the plot?
Truth.
I did warn several people in the Discord. If I ever tell you that I'm doing something for the plot, then it might hurt a little bit.
I mean, yeah, naturally. Listen, a plot needs conflict, okay? I understand. I love me some angst. Okay. Okay. The summary is, by the way.
We start off with a song.
Oh. Okay, that's good. Okay, the chapter is called A Little Too Real, and the summary is, woo, lots of stuff going on here, gang. Some real shit. So thank you. And what is the song?
It's a Honey Revenge favorite song.
Oh, it is favorite song. We had played favorite song. You're my favorite. You're my favorite. Let me pull it up.
The giggles help. Yeah, I will giggle.
Oh my God. Guys, I can never pull up Spotify easily. Let me, okay. Ah!
Also, I'm high-key making Zoe the one to write the song, but like it is by Honey Revenge, and if you guys have never heard of
It's really good.
go check them out. They're so
I saw them live.
Me too.
This one's good. These are the lyrics in the. And I'm gonna pause there and like come back, and it feels like love because those are the lyrics. Okay. She tapped aggressively along to the half-finished beat playing in her headphones, grumbling before replaying a section and tapping away at her computer. Needs more drums. Okay. One more go. Well, it then continues because this is like her writing the first pre-chorus. I could be wrong, but when I say it, I really mean, and I really want us to really want us to get along.
It's
So
Zoe core.
It is really good. She smiled as the drums hit at the right moments, letting more of the song play out. There it is. Perfect. I'll let the rest of the song play along because we have to, and then I'll continue the chapter. Like I'm suffering, I'm looking for Sorry, we're just like chilling right now, but like I have played this song before, Danny, on live. Maybe that's where you know it from. It's Honey Revenge. The artist is Honey Revenge, and the song is a favorite song. Play me like I'm stuck on repeat. This melody, this melody, I sit in, I sit in, That's the song.
I also really like their new single "Risk." I listened to that one the other day. And I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, it's good. I haven't listened to Risk in a while though. I remember listening to it when I was first listening to Honey Revenge because I was going to the concert. Okay. Her phone dinged beside her, and she paused the track to lean over and pick it up. Rumi. She smiled automatically. Ruru. Hey, smiley face. Ruru, come outside, smiley face. Zoe furrowed her brows and immediately leaned back to look outside through her window and huffed when she saw Rumi sitting on her bike, smiling at her phone like the idiot she was. Lil backpack. And what
She's so very girlfriend.
She's so very girlfriend. They all are in their own way. Wah. Okay. Uh Lil backpack. And what if I'm busy? Ruru. Pouty face, like sad face. Ruru. Then I guess I'll go on a ride by myself. Crying face. She rolled her eyes, looking between her lyric notebook and the half edited song before sighing and closing it, moving quickly to grab a jacket and slip on a pair of jeans because she knows Rumi will want her to be in decent gear. She slipped out quickly to avoid her roommate, walking with her hands in her pockets and a corked eyebrow. But her face softened when she saw how Rumi lit up like a golden retriever whose owner just came home. She didn't focus too long on that thought, giggling as she got closer. Hey, you're a nuisance, she teased. You're a nuisance, she teased. You could have said no, but you like writing with me. I know it. Oh, I bet she likes writing something else. Sorry. Horny jail for me. Horny jail for me. Horny jail for me. She tipped her chin high, and she was proud of the fact. And I want to take you to a special spot. She paused, turning to grab the same helmet she had reserved for Zoe after their first ride. By the way, I got pack talks for your helmet so you can play music or talk to me if you want to connect it to your phone. Wait, that's crazy. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Have those. So they attach to the outside of the helmet, and it's basically like headphones, and you can attach it like walkie-talkies.
That's genius. That's incredible.
When
That's
people ride together.
Oh, that is so great. That's awesome. And I guess I should have figured out that that is a thing because everything is a thing now. But like, that's so cool. Anyway,
I'm already scared for the whole chapter, guys.
we're not even there yet. Guys, chill. Guys, chill. They spent a few moments messing with Bluetooth and the app before the device was working, and Rumi gave a thumbs up while sliding back onto the bike. With practiced ease, she'd now ridden with Rumi 5 or 6 times, either to class or for fun. She slung herself over the back and wrapped hands around Rumi's torso. Secure? The taller girl asked, reaching a hand back to place it on her thigh out of habit, something she did every time Rumi picked her up. It was comforting, if not a little butterfly-inducing. Secure, she repeated, squeezing her arms around Rumi. Kickstand up, slow out of the parking lot, and then back up to speed as they got on the highway. The highway. She was taking her out of town somewhere. All right. That was new. It didn't worry her, but it was new. She let the new pack talk, whatever Rumi had called it, play her favorite playlist and focused on the music, the beat, the wind rushing past her arms and head. It was relaxing. She liked riding with Rumi. The music on top of it made it even better. It was a little over half an hour before Rumi pulled them onto a little side path and came to a gentle stop right before the pavement ended. Zoe dismounted and fiddled with her chin strap while Rumi shut off the bike. By the time she had taken off her helmet, Zoe was pulling off hers as well. What is this place? She asked first, handing her helmet to the taller girl. Part of the state park that borders on the city. Found this little spot riding around one day a couple of months ago before I met you. Haven't been since, but I thought it would be nice. Rumi strapped both their helmets to the bike before turning around with a smile, gesturing her towards a footpath. She followed, trudging through and following Rumi. It was only about 5 minutes before they emerged into an opening, wide open on one side, facing out to the city. Whoa, right? Rumi answered, smiling again and walking over to a boulder perched near the edge. It's funny to see it all at once. She sat down, Zoe trailing behind her and leaning on the edge of the boulder for a moment. It was funny. The whole town stretched out in front of them. She could see the tops of the college, parts of the strip mall, and even the town center, vaguely. She let herself breathe, then looked over at Rumi. She clocked that something was wrong immediately. Rumi could be quiet, but her eyes were distant, and her breathing off, and her hands were fidgeting. Rumi? The girl broke her gaze and looked at her, smile immediately reappearing. Yazo? Zoe furrowed her brows, and Rumi reacted, if not subtly, by sitting up a bit and pressing her hands into the rock on either side of her to stop the fidgeting. Zoe crossed her arms. What's going on with you? What do you mean? She lied. She was lying, skirting the issue Zoe could see behind her eyes. Rumi had done it to herself, really, always being so her that anything else set off alarm bells in Zoe's head she never thought she'd have. She kind of sucked at reading people. But Rumi was off. I mean that you're all spaced, not here. Sorry, came the immediate reply. I'm not trying to be. Rue, I don't want an apology. I want to know what's going on in your head. She managed, only slightly exasperated. Because I can see your brain crashing. It's like painful. That got a small laugh before Rumi turned away again with a loud sigh. It's stupid. That tone nearly broke her heart. Zoe moved Zoe moved and sat down, immediately yanking one of Rumi's hands towards her and catching the girl's attention. Try me. I have stupid anxiety all of the time. Just the other day, I was crying about snakes. Rumi snorted, eyes shaky, but refocusing on the shorter girl. Snakes? Yeah, I was thinking about snakes because they don't have any arms. They can't do jazz hands. And I cried, and it was stupid. So try me. Can't be stupider than armless snakes. She is so everything. She leaned forward with an amused smile.
That's a reference to.
It sounds very familiar, but tell me.
It's from a Steven Universe episode.
That's true. That's true. I haven't
I guess
seen.
I'm too tough to cry. Just
I
this
guess-
morning you were crying about snakes.
Yes,
How many arms?
that's true. That's true. They don't have any arms. That's true. It's been a while since I've watched Steven Universe, even though
You could be writing another
Everyone needs to be super, super nice to Reef. Everyone. Reef, when I catch you, Reef, when I catch you, when I catch you, Reef. I'm on live and writing another chapter. No, guys, please be nice to Reef, okay? But yeah, I was thinking that, and I was like, wait, this sounds familiar, but yeah, I remember. It's just been a while since I watched Steven Universe. They don't have any arms. Yeah, that's
Leave my minnow alone. Oh, Red. Virtual hugs for you. Thank you guys. Listen, this next chapter is gonna be a crazy lore drop. It's gonna be one of those author's notes. It's gonna be one of those author's notes. Sorry for the late
No. I love it. I love that. Actually, I'm gonna turn on the volume a little bit more. Okay, it's at full. Okay, cool. Rumi's eyes softened, and Zoe nearly cracked when her hand squeezed Zoe's. She wanted to move forward and kiss her so badly. She was so close, and she wanted to kiss away anything and everything bothering the girl. Okay, sorry, speaking of kissing. My friend that I can say this. My friend that I that I kissed like last week? Was it last week? It was last week. Everyone should be kissing their friends. No, but they went to a concert and they had a kissing pit. They had a makeout pit in the concert, so they were kissing people. It sounds great, and I like they have the clips of it and everything, and I'm like, this looks amazing. Everyone should be doing this all the time.
Everyone should be kissing their friends all the time. Parties are.
It's the truth. It's the truth. No, it was No, it looked really cute. Yeah, like you can see like the band playing and like the people like looking at each other, like being like, okay, and then just going for it. And it looks really cute. And I saw it and I was like, wait, that looks so cute. Anyway, where am I? Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, we are getting into it now. I got a call this morning, Rumi began, pausing, from my aunt. The one who raised you and wasn't great? Zoe asked, softer. Rumi nodded again. Yeah. And it went poorly? It went about as well as it always does, with disappointment and shame and a painful, I love you before I could hang up. Rumi answered, slouching a bit forward. It got to me, and I needed to get out, to remind myself how small of a thing it was. But I couldn't even do that. And now I've just dragged you out here just to be all blah. Zoe melted and scooted forward, wrapping a hand around the girl's shoulder and leaning her forehead into Rumi's. You don't have to be sorry for feeling blah. What is it you told me? Don't apologize for feeling stuff? Yeah, goes both ways, silly. She nearly stuttered out something stupid when Rumi looked back up at her through her lashes, forehead pressed against her, those stupid puppy eyes making her weak in the knees. It was a good thing she was sitting now. Thank you, Zoe. I figured I owed you a shoulder to cry on since you lent me yours, she joked, smiling and trying not to think how easy it would be to. Anytime, I've got you. Anytime, I've got you. Anytime. With such conviction, it nearly scared Zoe. Rumi seemed to notice, flushing and looking down again. No, wait, come back. Same for you. No, wait, come back. Same for you. I know you have Mira, but you guys have been like the best. You're both so kind to me. I want to be there for you too if you're okay with that. I think I can live with that, Rumi said weakly. You're gonna have to. Comes with the package. The Zoe package. She tried to joke again, pulling her head back just a little bit. Do you want to talk about it? Or just sit here with me? I. Rumi paused, looking up at her before sighing and leaning into Zoe's shoulder. Oh, she just
Oh,
messes with my head. Always made me feel like I wasn't good enough. But she was my mom's best friend. It's hard to let it's hard to let that connection go. I'm sorry for falling for the repressed lesbian propaganda. I'm sorry.
falling for the old lady.
Old lady Yuri. Sorry. It's hard to let that connection go. I'm always supposed to be better, smarter, stronger. Mira is a bad influence. She sits up only long enough to roll her eyes before tucking back into Zoe's chest. I've gotten into the habit of just nodding along, but every time we talk, I feel like a teenager again, afraid to be alone, to be disobedient, to fail. Her shoulders slump again. I don't I just don't know how to cut her off, what to say, how to let someone my mom loved go. Because surely she couldn't have always been that way. Would my mom have been that kind of person to keep her around? People change when they lose people, Zoe said softly, hand coming up to gently land on Rumi's head. When my grandma died, my dad, he didn't take it well. I think he spiraled. She paused, waiting for Rumi to tense, to be uncomfortable, to say anything. She didn't, just breathed steady, hand in Zoe's, head on her chest. My family fell apart after that, she finished quietly. Rumi made a small noise of acknowledgement, squeezing at Zoe's hand in an attempt to comfort. I'm sorry, Zoe. Her voice was calm, but sad. Nobody's fault. I don't know. Maybe I'd lose my mind too if I lost my mom. Or maybe he was already like that and I was too young to see it. Rumi was quiet for a moment. I only remember a little about my mom. She was a singer, so I tried to I tried to connect to her through music. She could almost hear the smile Rumi had while she said it. I'll have to show you some of her stuff. I don't know if you'll like it. I will. I'm sure I will, Zoe mumbled, suddenly setting her cheek on Rumi's head. If it means anything, I'll trade you by showing you some of my music. Rumi chuckled. Not everything has to be give and take. I want to share that with you. Zoe wanted to sigh when Rumi pulled away, not too far, but enough to meet her eyes. You're very important to me. You're very important to me. You kind of remind me of that part of her, the passion, you know? It's like I've said, I can see music technically, but I don't think I get it like she did, feel it the same way. Zoe tried to exude sorry with her face, and on some sort of instinct, brought her hand up to cup Rumi's cheek. For just a second after that, she felt herself panic. That is weird. Why did you do that? What is wrong with you? But Rumi was leaning into the touch, smiling and closing her eyes. Say something. Well, if she knew you now, I can only imagine how proud she would be. She didn't know where that came from, but Rumi's eyes were open again. You're one of the coolest people I've ever met. You're smart, you're kind, you're incredibly pretty. Rumi was listening intently, and Zoe couldn't stop speaking, stumbling. I mean, like, unreasonably pretty. And you're an idiot in an endearing way. You get me. You're a hard worker. I see it. I don't know how you do it at all. I don't know how you do it all. She choked on her words then, feeling the flush to her cheeks. I just can't imagine anyone thinking you're a disappointment, even for a second. Rumi was looking at her. Oh no. Rumi was looking at her so intensely that Zoe feared she might pass out. Did she just look at her lips? Insanity. No way. Rumi's eyes watered, just enough to show, as a smile came back to her features. For a moment, she was quiet before she managed in a rough whisper, "Thank you." Zoe wanted to say a million different things at that moment, some simple, some dangerous. So instead of having to sort through those responses, she just nodded. Rumi was still looking at her and squeezed at the girl's hand one more time before speaking in a shaky voice. "And Zoe, for whatever it's worth, I can't imagine anyone wanting to leave you behind." She huffed, moving a shaky hand to wipe at her eye. "I guess that's just parents, huh?" The smaller girl's brain wasn't functioning quite right anymore. Between grief, pain, want, and love, she broke a little. She leaned forward and placed a tender kiss on Rumi's forehead before quickly pulling the girl back to her chest, heart beating so loud in her ears she couldn't even register anything else. They both stayed quiet for a long time until eventually Rumi tugged on her arm and pulled herself off in a way that felt like she didn't want to. After another few minutes, Rumi spoke, voice clearer. "You good? Want me to take you home?" The real answer was no. She wanted to stay here, even in this fragile moment. If it meant Rumi was here, going home meant separating. But she did need to go home, had work to do, couldn't spend all night yearning for the girl in front of her. Yeah, I'm good. We can go."
When I reread this section specifically, I was like, holy shit, I cooked here.
You cooked! It's so good! It's so good. Oh, Rose is like, "Kiss." The time will come. The time will come. Everything has its time. It's so good. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, I was like I went and like reread it and I was editing it a little bit and I was just like, oh my god, why is this like so real? And I was like, oh, I cooked.
Yeah.
I chefed that shit.
I love
Good
when
Lord.
I love when artists, like any kind of artist, like writer, whatever artist you are, like have that moment where you're like, wait, this is so good. I did this. So that's really
Chat,
sweet.
I did that, guys.
Yeah, you did that. Yeah, you did that. Oh man. God. Listen. This is so good. Yeah, I'm going back and like looking at it again.
We're not gonna get to it tonight, but like the start of next chapter is just gonna. Oh.
Listen, you never know. You never know. We might not.
50,000 words. It's the thing.
Okay. I shut that shit, Reef. Exactly. Oh, this
I
is
chefed that shit. Thank you.
yeah. I mean, Reef is a
I kept
chef
wanting to,
in
like-
many ways.
I kept wanting to say something, but like you were like in it, and I was like,
No, yeah, I was locked in. I was locked in as hell.
Reef my heart. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Guys. Reef is a chef in many ways.
I'm also a culinary student.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So I actually do cook.
You actually do cook in many ways. Oh man. I was locked in.
Breathe, Artie. Breathe.
I'm like tired, yeah.
It's so funny.
The
because
Zorumi is
that
so
and
good.
Zora being horny.
The Zorumi is so good. It's so good.
Zorumi is underrated.
Zorumi is underrated.
The next multi-chapter I write, I plan to have it be a Zorumi established, and then Mira comes in.
I know that you're planning on writing that, but Reef, listen to me. I know you don't care for it. I know you don't care for it as much as the art of spoiling pretty girls, but I need that next chapter of learning to love. I need that next chapter. Reef, I need that next chapter. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Reef? Guys, Reef Guys,
What's my smut, guys?
guys, yes! I'm tired of hiding it! Guys, Reef wrote a fic where Rumi soul bonds with the girls. She soul bonds with the girls and left it off 1 month ago before the smut chapter. Are you kidding me?
I've been busy.
I know you've been busy. I know you've been busy, but I need it. I need it so bad. Reef proved to me you can do better than oh my god.
I got you, gang. I got you. No, I have to deal with. God, I don't even think I'm gonna be able to have time to participate in Kinktober because I have a lot going on in the next like month.
That's
of my
fair.
life.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to update for like at least a month.
I mean, you have work and you have school. You have work and you have school and you have other issues.
And
So
I
like,
have tertiary problems as well.
we'll talk.
No,
Mm.
I've been off the train. I haven't been on the train for like 2 weeks.
Okay, Reef, you can look at it this way on the bright side. At least you didn't lose a chapter to Google Docs.
That is true. I moved my shit to Ellipsis.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did before that shit hit. Oh, everyone
I also
sends
have
so much
people
love to
all in
Reef.
My comments about the one that I wrote that's about Zomira finding out about the patterns before. It was supposed to be a 5-chapter fic, and I have 3 of them, and I started the 4th one, and it's really cute. It really is cute, but like I got distracted. There's a lot going on in my life.
I like purposefully didn't read that one because I saw that it was not completed. And I was like, I'm not gonna do this to myself, actually. But I did read all of Learning to Love. What's there of it?
Artie loves my gut. Artie loves my writing, guys.
Yeah, I do. You like, it's such a good concept to like soul bond with the other girls because it makes sense with the hormone and everything. And I'm like, yes, this is great. This is awesome. But then you left it off there. But
I think I
it's
did
okay.
start chapter 23, didn't I? I started it, and then I had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's okay. No, it's fair.
I also started 3 different one-shots.
Typical. No, I will be jokey and be like, oh, you didn't give us the next chapter, but I understand. I do, like, genuinely.
Artie's like, I will pay money for you to give me my shit. Oh,
What's up?
Reminds me of something else. I have a lot of talking to do to you later. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get back to
Yeah,
it.
you do have a lot of talking to do to me later.
I have to explain why my life is a mess.
Yeah. You can, I'm here. Just ramble to me. Okay, cool. We're back. Mira had been ecstatic when Zoe finally said she had a whole day free. And despite mild resistance, had agreed to come into the studio to dance. Mira was going to teach her, and Rumi would be there too, but working on an upcoming final instead of dancing with them. Boo! I love that you wrote the boo in, so I don't even have to say it myself. She began by flipping through her playlists, songs she felt in her flesh, and could choreograph something she was sure Zoe could follow, putting herself in a mindset of back when she had started teaching Rumi. The thought made her smile. The door to the practice room opened. Gay! The door to the practice room opened, and Rumi held it so Zoe could step through. Rumi was in a familiar sweater and sweatpants combo, both of which Mira had bought for her. Zoe, though, was in thin sweats, basically joggers, and a crop tee, a lazy fit, but would work well for dancing. She tried not to dwell too long on the soft-looking skin of her stomach. Mira, calm down.
This section is a little horny. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, it's Mira in the dance studio, so like that's expected.
Bit of sexual tension. Sorry.
No, we love it. We love it. Not gonna be too hard on her, are you? Rumi gave her a look, eyebrows raised. I wouldn't dream of it, she responded, smirking back before turning to Zoe. I want to ask if you like any particular song. I thought you'd have more fun if you're learning it to a song you like. I listen to a lot of K-pop, but really anything you think I can handle. Zoe smiled, but Mira saw the way she was fidgeting with the cords from her pants. Anything you think I can handle. Okay. She fought the smirks tugging at her lips and smiled, waving her over. All right, well, you gotta stretch first. I won't make you do anything hard, but it's a good habit. She knelt down before sitting, gesturing to the space beside her. She took her through a few easy ones, then a few longer ones. Zoe was struggling to get her leg out behind her while stretching her hips, huffing with annoyance. Do you need me to help you, Zoe? Fighting back another smirk. No, I'm just not used to it. Give me a sec to adjust. Mira's brain blanked, trying not to choke on the comments threatening to bubble up in response to that line. Behave. Behave. Mira, behave. Mira. She forced herself to look away. Looking over to Rumi instead, legs straight out while she leaned against the wall, eyes focused on her laptop and headphones on. She couldn't even meet her eyes to communicate her struggle. Couldn't shoot her girlfriend a look that said, "Come on, you heard that, right? That's unfair." After another minute, she turned back, and Zoe seemed to have it down, legs stretched out behind her. Mira smiled. There you go. I haven't done stretching like this since middle school gym, Zoe huffed, frustration seeping into her voice. Sorry. No need to be sorry. It's why I want to make sure you have the time. To have time. You're not a career dancer. I can't expect you to get everything on the first try. She shifted, turning her body to lean back onto her palms. You're doing perfectly fine. Zoe released her position, shifting to copy Mira. Thanks. She went about a few more stretches. Then Mira grabbed her phone, starting to scroll through the playlist she'd made. I listen to some K-pop. What about Easy by LE SSERAFIM? It's not too fast. Wait. Okay, we're cooking. Okay, Easy by LE SSERAFIM. We're fucking cooking. Okay. Don't really make it look
I get too
easy.
excited. I do not know a lot about dance, so I tried to make this very unspecific.
That's fine. That's fine by me. I can imagine whatever that's gonna happen in my head. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Zoe responded, hands on her hips. Do you already have your own choreography for it, or I have some ideas, Mira muttered, playing the song and letting it run through a few times as they sat together on the floor. Yeah, I think that'll work. Here. Mira took her time, demonstrating, watching, verbally correcting, and running through small sections until about 2 hours had passed and they had a good amount mapped out. Zoe was focused, if not a little clumsy, but she excelled at moving her arms on time with Mira's vision. Rumi was taking a break from her work, snacking on some kind of protein bar, watching them intently. You guys are looking good, she said after the song stopped again. But you also look like you need some water. She smiled, pointing at several bottles she brought with her. Zoe nodded, walking over and slumping next to Rumi on the wall, Mira following her much more calmly. Oh, Rumi wasn't kidding. You don't sweat. Genetics, I guess, Mira responded, uncapping a water bottle. A blessing and a curse. Curse how? Zoe giggled, looking at her with a squint. I feel like a mop right now. She overheats at night, but she can't sweat to cool down. Rumi answered for her. Oh, that's horrible. Holding out a couple of protein bars for them. She's like a lava rock. Yeah, she's dry, but that's almost worse. Yeah, well, Rumi is a lizard, always seeking out warmth, Mira teased, which is wild because she is also warm. She is greedy. Probably all the muscle.
I had somebody like take that as well and be like, and she doesn't know that they're dating.
No, like literally, I'm like, they're literally talking about sleeping together. But you know what? They, platonically, we've seen that done a couple of times, and apparently it does happen, you know? This is The Art of Spoiling Pretty Girls that we're reading. The fanfic name is The Art of Spoiling Pretty Girls.
And I made it. I made it myself.
And Reef made it. Okay. It's normal to sleep with your friends.
Everybody should be kissing and also sleeping with their friends all the
See? Okay. Okay, Zoe's getting thirsty too. Probably all the muscles, Zoe chuckled, sipping her water again before leaning her head back. This has taught me that I need to be more active. You can start going with Rumi to the gym, Mira offered, shooting a quick wink at her girlfriend before Zoe could turn back to them. She goes on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Sundays. I was wondering about that, the smaller girl said, almost absent-mindedly. Rumi met her eyes, and she flushed a bit. Because you're, well-defined? Well-defined, Rumi chuckled, raising an eyebrow. Okay, shut up, both of you. I hate it here. She went back to drinking her water. God forbid a girl be well-defined. She went back.
Any comments from any of the polycule about how I'm channeling my inner Reef for this? I want to hear anything about it.
Listen, I am there with you, so I understand. I do understand this. She went back to drinking her water while Mira and Rumi shared another look, one that said, "We got her flustered. How cute." You do not, Mira argued.
The art of getting girls is be well defined.
Listen.
Polycule, they like how defined I am.
We like the muscles. We like the muscles, okay? We like the art.
Yeah, I know you like the muscles, Artie. I know that you like them.
Why am I covering my face? I'm not ashamed about that. I'm not fucking ashamed. Okay, you do not, Mira argued then, lightly. You love us. We are fantastic. Wow, ego much? I don't have an ego. I have confidence. Potato, tomato, same thing, Zoe mumbled. What did you just say? Rumi cackled, leaning forward and holding her stomach. Potato, tomato? Shut up! It's something my dad always said. I'm leaving. You guys are so mean. But she didn't move, just flushed and adorable and tucked more into herself. No, Zoe. That's just so fucking cute. I've never heard anyone say that. Don't be grumpy. The taller girl leaned over and nudged Zoe's shoulder. You're allowed, encouraged even, to be weird and adorable around us. Thanks for the permission? Zoe chuckled, squinting in confused acceptance. They all laughed then as Mira stood up and did a few light stretches. You want to keep going, Zoe? She asked, rolling her shoulders. We're really close to having it all blocked out. Then we can just come back to practicing it another day. Or whatever you want, really. We do have all night. Yeah, but I still have to get home and figure out dinner for myself, so not like all night, Zoe gently corrected. Mira paused briefly, then smiled. We can take you out for dinner if you want. She turned toward Rumi. I'm kind of craving hibachi from that place over by the West Mall. When is a girl gonna treat me to hibachi? When is a girl gonna do that for me? I need.
Fly up to New York and I will take you out to
I need Reef. I need Reef in New York right now.
Oh.
I miss Hibachi. Oh my god.
Maybe I'll come up for my birthday.
When is your birthday? Oh my god, I don't know your birthday.
It's in March.
It's in
around
March.
Spring break.
Wait, when in March?
Like the 11th is my birthday, but spring break is like that same week for me.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. Maybe.
What does that mean?
I would be if you decide to do that, I would be interested. Or like I need to come down to Florida sometime as well. So like I don't know.
Come meet me and Chris.
Yeah, I do.
Just fly into Orlando. We'll go have a fun time.
Wait. If I manage to get my life more in order by then perhaps. Perhaps. I do want to meet you guys.
I'm going back to Alaska next summer though, so I'll be gone.
Totally platonic date. Nothing can go wrong. God forbid. God forbid. You have to be in love with your friends.
Artie just wants to come kiss me and Chris a little bit.
Yeah. What's not normal about that? Guys. This is becoming the Artie of spoiling Reefy girls. That's a good one, Nat. Reef got the platonic Riz. She really does.
I'm just a goofy little guy. Everybody
Yeah.
loves me.
And I love you.
Oh.
Good. Okay, we're back. Oh my god. We're not even gonna get to the angst. We're not even halfway through the chapter. God. Oh my god. Oh my god. Rumi looked up at her. Really? Yeah, you love that place. Mira gave her a confused look. Yeah, but Rumi hesitated before sighing in defeat. Yeah, I do. I want to go now. How dare you? Rumi narrowed her eyes. Evil. Zoe was rubbing her arm. It's on the other side of town. I'd hate to make you take me home to change, go back over there, and take me back home after. Rumi was looking at her then, lips tight like she was thinking. I have some old high school clothes that might fit you. She turned to Mira. She would fit into my old choir stuff, don't you think? The black button-up and slacks? You and the black button-up! You and the black button-up! Yeah, I think so.
The shirt that I have is not a button-up. It's actually a button-down.
What?
The difference being is that a button-down doesn't go all the way, like, down. There's a difference, and I learned that the other day. I'm teaching you.
Why in the world would I need to make that distinction? Like, I'm glad that you're teaching me, but I'm like, I don't care. That's the button-up.
I don't care. Okay, I'll just shut up.
No, I care about you. I'm sorry. I don't want to shut you down.
You mentioned one day, like, ooh, clothes sharing, and I was just like, ooh, Artie.
No, I love clothes sharing stuff. I do. Okay. Yeah, I think so. She can borrow one of my belts if the slacks are too loose. Mira was looking her over too, then blinked up. And you can crash at ours too, if you want. Derpy misses you anyway. Mira couldn't quite place the look on Zoe's face, and she stood so quietly for a minute that Mira was about to ask if she was okay, before she smiled, small and shy, and answered, okay. Rumi smiled, looking up at Mira, who chuckled and did a slow, casual fist bump in celebration, which had both of the other girls giggling again. The rest of dancing with Zoe was a blur of excitement and ignored dirty jokes. Every time Zoe said something even vaguely innuendo-worthy in a normal context, Mira had to pause and reevaluate her brain. Things like, Wait, this is so good. Should I spread my legs out a bit more? And I just have to extend my body out as far as it'll go. And even, am I doing it right, Mira? Oh my god! Mira. Mira is ovulating just throughout this entire thing.
She's been ovulating for like 3 weeks.
Let's just keep using that as an excuse, okay? Totally normal in the context of learning dance choreography. Mira was just not feeling normal about it. Not even a little. And maybe that was her fault. She'd asked to teach the girl dance. She just didn't think it would affect her this badly. It got to be about 5 o'clock, and Rumi interrupted them to say it might be a good idea to wrap up. Mira and Zoe looked at each other with a smile and turned back to her. Want us to do one more run through, Rue? See what we have? Mira fought the smirk when Rumi looked up with a near blank expression. She knew that look. The one where Rumi didn't want to admit she wanted something. Yeah, sure. Since you've been working so hard, she cleared her throat, shuffling around. Let me just get my stuff put up so I can focus. Mira wanted to make a joke about Rumi wanting to focus so bad, but bit her tongue and gestured to Zoe to line up to start. Once Rumi sat back against the wall again with her hands in her lap, Mira clicked to start the music. Familiarity, energy, and confidence. She always felt like that. But the twinge of nerves with Zoe being here got to her. She was a little sloppy with her arms, misstepped a few times, and her heartbeat was a little louder than the music in her ears. Thankfully, Zoe wouldn't have known. Nitpicky things Mira only counted against herself. Rumi may have noticed, but if she did, she didn't say anything. Mira mentally thanked her for that and reminded herself to give her like 10 kisses when they were alone next. When they finished, Rumi was leaning into her hand, eyes almost unreadable. Almost. Mira knew her too well. I'm not an expert, but I am pleasantly surprised. She was half covering her mouth, like if she spoke any more, she'd give away a secret. Mira leaned over to Zoe. That means she thinks we're hot. Zoe laughed out loud, which brought a wide smile to Mira's face, while Rumi rolled her eyes. Okay, dorks. Let's go. I'm actually hungry now. Don't be hangry, Rue, Mira teased, moving towards her and slinging an arm over her shoulder. Or you just butthurt because I couldn't give you any attention? Not my fault you swamped yourself in classes. I need them to graduate, Rumi scoffed, playfully shoving the girl away. Literally required. Zoe watched them with a smile, but it faded slowly, guilt creeping in again. She wanted both of them, wanted this playful banter to mean something. Wanted. But for these emotions not to feel so destructive to both herself and their friendship. But she forced a smile again, moving to pick up her bag. You guys are a mess. Yeah, but you like us, Rumi moaned. Rumi groaned, not moaned, Jesus Christ. Rumi groaned. Whoa, not yet. Rumi groaned, pushing Mira away. Freudian slip. Ooh. You can groan without it being in a sexual context. I think you guys are going to horny jail for assuming something, okay? I'm just joking. Yeah, but you like us, Rumi groaned, pushing Mira away. Mira! The taller girl was laughing, still holding Rumi by the shoulders. Oh my god, I'll let you go, Grumpus, when you admit you're hangry. Admit it. I concede no victory to the likes of you, Rumi growled. I concede no victory to the likes of you, Rumi growled, voice deepening and growing serious. A playful undertone, sure, and the diction suggested as much, but Zoe paused at the sound, refocusing back on the girls, bickering. Mira didn't seem deterred in the least, grappling with Rumi playfully, like the goal was to make her submit. It made her stomach flutter. Okay, none of that. She turned back to her bag
It's a
and
little gay in here, guys.
it's a little gay in here.
Figure it out.
Does anyone feel that in the air?
Open a window.
Like someone open a window and get the gay. Well, why do we need to open a window? I think it's fun. I think it's fun to have a little gay in the atmosphere. Keep it all in. Keep it all in. She turned back to her bag and let them finish. Eventually, Mira conceded with a, okay, let's go. And then she focused them back out to the parking lot, an easy silence surrounding them. Like always, Rumi opened the door for her, closed it, and scooted into the back seat. Zoe just leaned back, closing her eyes and letting herself breathe. Her body felt sore, but in a nice way. She might have to take Rumi up on going to the gym when she had the time. You good, Zoe? Mira work you too hard? Rumi asked her after a few minutes, a gentle hand sliding onto her shoulder. Zoe didn't move away, but turned. A little, but it was fun. Thank you, guys, she managed, hesitating but placing a hand over Rumi's. And thanks for offering dinner. You're too nice to me. We like being nice to you, Rumi murmured, squeezing her shoulder. She didn't move her hand. I mean, at least I do. Mira likes being a bully. I'll show you, bully crybaby, Mira responded. Later, when I'm not operating a motor vehicle. What does that mean? They all laughed. they all laughed, light and tired. Zoe spared a glance to the back seat, where Sebastian sat next to Rumi. She'd had him for a few days and brought him with her so the girls could have their custody time. When they pulled back into the driveway of Mira and Rumi's house, Zoe fumbled out of the car and followed the two inside, hearing them talk but not focusing on what they were saying. Rumi was carrying Sebastian. She followed her without thinking until she ended up on the verge of Rumi's room, the girl digging through her closet. She was about to apologize for being in her room when Rumi pulled out a black shirt and pants, looking them over before holding them up and turning back to Zoe. Yeah, maybe a little big, but not by too much, I think. And you can tuck everything. She scooted forward, setting the clothes back on her bed. Oh, right. Thanks, Rue. Do you want a shower? I'd recommend it. Rumi paused, then held up her hands, eyes widening. Not in like, I think you smell bad, just I know how uncomfy sweat is all. Zoe giggled. Yeah, I do. If you can take my shower, Rumi offered, gesturing to a connected bathroom. I can just go use Mira's. She showers quickly. Oh, yeah, okay. Towels? Yeah, they're right up. Oh, probably can't reach them. One sec. Rumi disappeared into the bathroom. God forbid a girl be a little short.
Something short joke was
Rumi disappeared into the bathroom, and Zoe heard a cabinet open and close before Rumi returned, offering her a large towel. Why is it so big? Is this a beach towel? Rumi flushed a tad. Zoe raised an eyebrow. Rumi flushed a tad, chuckling. I like being surrounded by cloth after bathing. I don't like feeling exposed. I'm wet and cold, and I hate it. The smaller girl smiles. This is bigger than me. Just means you'll look like a cute little burrito, Rumi responded, Zoe catching her blinking a few times before she spoke again. I'm gonna let you be. Come out when you're dressed. And she let go of the towel, scooting out of the room and gently closing the door. We have a little line break, so I'm gonna chill, and I'm gonna also turn on these lights because oh my god, it's dark.
I didn't realize this section was so long.
Why is it so big? That's what she said. Guys.
Guys.
Guys, come on. Wait, where did I
That
put
also
my
might be me projecting because I love me a beach towel.
phone battery already? Phone battery is fine. I need to plug this in. Oh, here we go.
Okay. Let me adjust myself here as well.
We love little. I'm also like
I stretch and my bones pop.
Okay. I can also turn off these lights. Oh, these are the low lights. Wait. Okay, we're back. Being a burrito is fun. I would love an oversized
Yes.
towel. What? This is The Art of Spoiling Pretty Girls by Reef Writing. That's what we're reading.
And that's me.
And that's Reef.
Hi.
And that's Reef right here.
She's down there.
She's down there. Because we couldn't figure out a way to make her appear next to me, so she's gonna be down there, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Water and snacks for all the pretty guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I will say, I do need food right after this, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna check something real quick. I don't know if Maddie is here right now, but Maddie on Twitter asked me if like when I was going live, and I was like, I'm live right now. So I don't know if she's here right now. I don't know.
Needs to lock in. Get the program.
Get with the program. I mean, I do tweet before I go live, but a lot of people just don't see my like live announcement tweets. But oh well, it's whatever. Okay. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing fine. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back.
This part,
I might-
This next part's a little gay, just to warn everybody. It's a little gay.
It's a little gay now. It's a little gay now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I had Chris text me after this part and be like, "What the fuck?"
Interesting. I'm guessing
It's
this.
nothing like explicit, I thought, but I've had people be like, "What?" I
Oh.
was like, "What? What do you want?"
Oh.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Shower.
Oh, shower. God forbid. A girl want a shower. Oh my god. Okay. Rumi breathed out slowly and patted her way over to Mira's room, where the girl was already out of her shirt and leggings, standing in her underwear by her bed with her phone in her hand. Okay, I can see where this is going. Like, God forbid. What you up to? Rumi asked. God forbid. What you up to? Rumi asked, moving and sitting down on her bed. Making a reservation, giving us enough time, but also make sure we don't have to wait. Mira looked up. What's with the face? Just thinking. That's dangerous. Mira snorted. Don't be mean. Rumi smiled. Mira's face softened, and she moved close, cupping Rumi's face in her hands. The girl practically melted, leaning into the touch and letting out a pleased sigh. She smiled, then reached and wrapped her own arms up and around Mira's waist. Don't be mean and pretty. I can't handle it. There's my lover girl, Mira hummed, leaning to place a brief kiss on her lips. I love a lover girl. Leaning to place a brief kiss on her lips. You okay? What do you have stuck in your head? Rumi paused, looking up, still smiling. I'm thinking I want to shower. With me? Mira giggled, brushing thumbs across her cheeks. Yeah, yes, please. you got it. She kissed her again, then pulled away, hating to leave Rumi's arms, but knowing she had to get the shower going. It wasn't 5 minutes later. It wasn't 5 minutes later that they were pressed back to front, groaning as hot water ran over them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay. I mean,
promise.
Mira soothed her hands over her girlfriend's
Because I'll
belly.
get flustered at the mention of naked women.
Nothing has beaten, in terms of suggestiveness, nothing has beaten the makeout scene that Sal wrote for her streamer Zoe fic. Nothing has beaten that moment for me. Like that moment, I was like, I can't believe I read that on live. So we'll see how this holds up. We'll see. Okay, Mira.
Really nothing happens. I'm not even lying.
Okay. Mira soothed her hands over her girlfriend's belly, kissing lightly at her neck. They'd been on such crazy schedules lately. She'd missed touching her like this, even if it was just for 5 minutes. Better? A little, Rumi answered, leaning back just enough for Mira to feel it. Her voice small. Only a little, she questioned, opening her eyes as if that would help her decipher Rumi's thoughts. But no, the girl was quiet for several more minutes. Mira went to speak again before Rumi beat her to it. I think we should tell her, she blurted out, still quiet, but sounding determined. Mira breathed out, tightening her hold. Tonight? Tonight, firmer with resolve. The taller girl closed her eyes, then nodded. Probably should have told her a while ago. She called you my best friend the other day, Rumi managed next, voice tightening. I was gonna tell her then, but she needed to get to work and I needed to get to class, and we agreed we'd tell her together. Rue, it's okay. You don't have to feel guilty. I think you're being too hard on yourself. I've been a bit of a coward too. She pressed her lips to Rumi's temple. We can tell her tonight, okay? Rumi relaxed, nodding. She just, I look at her sometimes and I feel like she's not saying something. Like I don't know. Maybe it's hopeful to feel like she looks at me the same way. I know what you mean. Her stupid brown doe eyes. Mira melted into Rumi's neck. Always feels like she knows more than she lets on. Rumi nodded. She focused on Mira's touch. I'm scared. I don't want to lose her, even if she doesn't see us that way. Then an almost worse thought. What if she only likes one of us? Well, gasp. Well, I hope it's you. You saw her first. Mira tried to joke. Mir, I know, she muttered, softer. I know, baby. We will figure it out, whatever happens. She kissed her neck a little firmer, like it could make the worry go away. I love you. I love you too. That was so cute. Yeah, that wasn't anything. That was just, they were just naked and leaning into each other. They're just showering together. Chris.
Like, they're naked.
Chris.
Naked women.
Chris.
Was it
Girl.
Chris or was it my other friend?
Was it Chris?
I had another friend
I don't
who was
know.
talking to me about this thing.
Anyway, that was fine.
It might have been Chris, it might have not.
That was literally fine. That was the most fine anything. The lesbianism is strong, and they love each other. They're so cutie.
Communication queens, all right?
Reef, I feel like you are hurt comfort queen, and you're also like communication #1 queen for me. Because you're like, I feel like whenever I read your fics, it's like, they are communicating, thank God. Lot of talking, lot of clearing up stuff, and I love it. It's great. It's great. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going, because we still have some more to get through.
Communication will not be the problem.
Communication will never be the problem. We need more communication all the time, in fact. Okay. Rumi's clothes fit too well. It had her stomach twisting. She fiddled with the sleeves of the button up, checking herself in the mirror. The slacks were loose, but not too loose that they were falling off of her. She still needed to ask Mira for her belt, but she looked good. In Rumi's clothes. Old clothes, she reminded herself. Stuff that no longer fits. Stuff dug out of a closet on a whim. Nothing current, nothing personal, nothing that. They did smell like her, though. The whole room did. It smelled like the ocean, which made very little sense. Something cool, refreshing, and definitely artificial, but very roomy. She wondered what Mira's room smelled like. If it smelled like vanilla or lavender or something more earthy. She didn't know what sounded more enticing or even more dangerous, that what their scents might do together, if they would flow together or stay separate. Zoe blinked a few times, blushing and refocusing her mind. Dinner. She was just going to dinner with friends. She peeked over to Sebastian, still on Rumi's bed, looking at her with clueless eyes. Oh, my son, your mother is a mess. She paused, turning and flopping into Rumi's bed. I can't cause a friendship divorce. I can't. She looked at him again. Any advice for me?
Friends, quotation mark.
Friendship divorce. Any advice for me? How to get over your other parents? Or perhaps their secrets? How to woo them? Both of them? Sebastian was silent. Unhelpful. She finally sighed heavily.
0 stars.
0 stars. She finally sighed heavily and stood up again, making her way out of waking her way out into the living room, onto the couch to wait for the girls. She peeked up when a small meow came from above, and she turned up from her spot to giddily scratch at Derpy's chin. Hi, my little Derp. My little guy. I miss you too. She smoothed her thumb over his ears. What about you, Derpy? Any wisdom to share? Zoe held his head in both hands, but all Derpy did was purr and shuffle closer, trying to headbutt her. She sighed again. I need more human friends. Human friends who speak human. She sat back and caught an almost offended meow from in front of her. Yeah, I deserve that, she muttered back, mindlessly moving her hand to keep petting him, which made her relax, if only for a few moments before footsteps came back down the hall. Mira appeared first, wearing a black sleeveless top and dark gray pants, gold accents scattered here and there, a necklace, the same one she'd seen her wear before, an earring, and a bangle on her left wrist. Zoe's mouth was going to go dry if she focused much more on it as a whole, so she instead attempted a joke. Do you own anything with sleeves? Mira smirked, still looking at her phone. Sure, I just look way better sleeveless. I have this sleeveless shirt in like 6 different colors. She looked up at her with mischief in her eyes, but it quickly shifted into something else, as Mira took in her outfit. You. She seemed to blank, and a twinge of nerves hit in Zoe's chest as she waited for Mira to finish the thought. But Mira met her eyes again, a small, genuine smile appearing. You look really good in all black. Yeah? She tried not to sound breathless. Yeah. More sure. Then Mira is moving now to come closer, reaching a hand up to pet Derpy. Absolutely killer. She huffed, failing to fight the blush from her cheeks. Okay. More footsteps. Gay! Gay! More footsteps, and Rumi appeared next in a short-sleeved button up that was a dark purple, basically the same color as her hair. Zoe looked away, if only to not stare like an idiot at at her on display biceps. Are we all good? She smoothed down the shirt, mostly out of what looked like a nervous tick, before looking at her and Mira. Whoa, Rumi breathed,
Oh,
blinking at Zoe like a deer in headlights.
oh god, everything's freezing. What
Oh.
happened?
Am I freezing? Hello?
Help.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I frozen for anyone else, y'all?
Okay,
Are we good?
I think we're okay.
Okay, cool.
It stuttered for a minute. Sorry.
It's fine. It happens.
Creepy glitches.
Okay, right? Mira chuckled, leaning toward Rumi and glancing at Zoe. Maybe she should just keep those. I mean, it would be a waste to go back into your closet. Agreed. Shut up! She squeaked. Shut up! She squeaked, watching both of them smile at her while giggling. She stood up and turned to Mira again. You mentioned a belt I could borrow? Not that these are gonna, fall off of me, but if I could. Yeah, just one sec, Mira responded, moving quickly back down the hallway. Rumi watched her go before turning back to Zoe. We aren't making you uncomfortable, are we? No, I mean, Zoe sputtered, looking to the floor. I'm not used to, people, complimenting me like that, but I'm not uncomfortable. Not around you guys, I promise. She looked back up, hoping that's all Rumi needed. She found a warm smile, soft eyes, and a gentle, good, falling from the other girl's lips. Her heart practically exploded, but thankfully, Mira was back and handing her a thin belt with a gold buckle. You can keep that too. I have several that are pretty similar, Mira said calmly, sticking her hands in her pockets. You guys just love giving me free stuff, don't you? She muttered with only an ounce of annoyance, slipping the belt through the slacks and pulling it tight. How do you guys afford it all? Does dance pay that well? Mira glanced at Rumi, receiving a nod before she cocked her hip to the side. Rumi and I are subsidized by family wealth. You said that so weird, Rumi scoffed. She means, well, it's like my mom was semi-famous, right? Lots of assets. And Mira's grandparents set up a trust fund for her that pays out monthly. So we aren't hurting for anything. Rumi shyly put one of her hands on her neck. So, well, no wonder. You guys are basically loaded, Zoe breathed out. And here I was feeling guilty. Don't, Mira said, firm. Don't feel guilty. We want to spend time with you. And we aren't going to be hurting by paying for stuff we want to do. There's nothing wrong with it, really. Zoe shuffled her feet a little. No, I got that part. I just figured, bad joke? Mira blinked, then raised her hands in surrender. No, I'm sorry. That was way too aggressive. I think it's important you know we don't mind at all. Literally no care is given because we want you around. Rumi was looking at Mira with a strange, semi-blank expression, something Rumi couldn't quite read. But she blinked out of it to nod and meet Zoe's eyes. The smaller girl couldn't quite get a grip on why this interaction felt so weird, but did her best to brush it off and returned a smile. Well then, my chauffeurs, onwards to a fancy dinner that I can't afford without you. She winked, forcing a small laugh. They
Why
both
does this interaction feel so strange? It's because they're gay.
It's-
It's because they're gaying for you. All right, get it together.
who said it feels strange? Who said it feels strange?
Zoe,
Oh, it's Zoe in her mind. Okay.
weird. I guess is the word she used. Why is this weird?
Why is this weird? Why are they taking me out on a date, low-key? Girl. They both seemed to relax, and Mira was suddenly leading them out of the door, saying something about her pleasure and m'ladies. Back in the car, Mira put on a playlist Zoe saw was called For Zoe. Little that's a turtle emoji. For Zoe turtle emoji. I thought it was a dinosaur for a second, and I was like, no, that's a turtle. She wanted to ask about it, but chose to let it be. Another tiny kindness. It was filled with K-pop and a few songs she'd mentioned she liked in passing. She hadn't known Mira was paying attention that much. She sat in mostly silence. Good. She sat in mostly silence, only an occasional tap on Zoe's arm from Rumi so she could show her a meme on her phone. It made her chuckle every time. She hadn't been somewhere this nice since her 18th birthday. Her grandma had saved up to pay for everyone. It was one of her few good memories of her whole family together. But she didn't want to be sad tonight, didn't want to think about things falling apart. She looked over at Mira, driving, fingers twitching to the music, and listened to Rumi, humming below her breath. She was wanted here, and that was enough. The hibachi restaurant was nice. Wah! The hibachi restaurant was nice. Very nice. Rumi and Mira flanked her as they walked in, and Rumi ended up with her hand hovering by Zoe's lower back as they made their way to the table. You ever had hibachi, Zoe? Rumi grinned. No, no, not like this, she admitted. Oh, it's like dinner and a show. Onion volcanoes, spatula egg cracking, meat tossed in the air that you can try to catch in your mouth, Mira elaborated. That cannot be a thing, she huffed. Who throws meat? The chef, the taller girl chuckled, prinkling in amusement. Right at you. You should try to catch it. It's basically a tradition, Rumi added, setting a menu between her and Zoe, who realized they sat on either side of her. Here, you can select your proteins, your sides, and the chef will make it all in front of you. Mira leaned closer too. You can get a little bit of everything you want to try, and you can have some of ours if you're curious. Mira didn't move away, pointing at a few things on the menu and explaining, as if Zoe was listening, as if her brain weren't actively melting by having Mira leaning over her shoulder, or how Rumi was laying her own silverware alongside Zoe's. Her tummy was fluttering at the simple chivalry. They'd always been that way, but seeing them in a more date-like setting was bringing it up again in her heart. Once the chef, named Matthew, began cooking, though, she was able to refocus on how good the food was. The smell, the art of it, the jokes their chef cracked while also tossing around food on the grill. She was entranced, smiling widely and asking questions. Rumi was melting at the sight. Zoe was practically beaming, eyes sparkling, clapping and smiling so wide it looked like it hurt. Mira and Rumi made a few jokes about it, but she slapped their shoulders playfully and refocused back on Matthew, who seemed perfectly happy at the attention. Steak, shrimp, chicken, rice, noodles, and vegetables, all grilled to perfection and piled onto their plates. Towards the end, he gathered a few pieces and raised his eyebrows. How lucky are we feeling? Zoe bounced, nodding, and tensed her shoulders before he popped up a piece of steak. Zoe caught it, no problem, turning to Rumi with a smirk as she chewed, doing a little fist pump that made both girls laugh. Mira raised a finger, and he repeated the action, Mira catching it as well and lounging back on her chair. Zoe giggled, tapping the girl's shoulder excitedly and turning back to Rumi. Oh, no, nope. I know my abilities, and catching meat in my mouth is not one of them. She raised her hands, but she didn't expect the look that Zoe gave her. Pure, unrestrained puppy eyes, a slightly pouted lip, a silent plea. Not even for me? She caved immediately, motioning to the man who who laughed before chucking the last piece into the air and watching as it came back down, bouncing off Rumi's nose and landing thankfully on a napkin to the left of her plate. Mira and Zoe laughed, leaning into each other while Rumi rolled her eyes and plucked the piece off the napkin. I told you. Worth it, Zoe giggled, unconsciously reaching forward and wiping the slight amount of mess on Rumi's nose. Thank you. Her smile still wide, shoulders relaxed. Matthew thanked them for their participation, told them to enjoy, and scooted over to another grill where another larger group had just been seated. He was fun, Zoe said, starting to really dig into her plate, a mix of steak and chicken. This is just a lot of food. I haven't had steak in forever. Mira nodded. Portions are nuts here, but it's cool. I'm the queen of reheating leftovers. Just because you know how to use an oven, Rumi argued playfully. Yeah, unlike most people my age. Throw it all in the microwave? Gross. Mira looked at Rumi's shoulder, then moved, gently picking up her silverware. Want any shrimp, Zoe? Yeah, I'll take a couple. She leaned over with her fork, but unexpectedly, Mira raised a singular shrimp up on her own fork, close to Zoe's mouth. Her brain blanked for a minute, and she glanced up at Mira, who had a small smile on her lips, almost a smirk, but not quite. Zoe's eyebrows furrowed, but only for a moment before she opened her mouth and let Mira feed it to her. She straightened back into her seat and chewed, letting out a small "It's good" when she was done. Rumi and Mira both placed 3 shrimps on her plate from their own after that, Rumi murmuring that she could ask them for more if she'd like. Gentle kindness, sharing, all still making her ache. She focused back on the food as Rumi and Mira began their usual banter. When were we here last? It was like, yeah, last semester. But why? Mira questioned, aiming it at Rumi. Well, oh, maybe my birthday? Wait, no, and not yours either. She set her head in her hands. Not any anniversary? Maybe a test grade? It was around finals, wasn't it? Mira hummed, then snapped her fingers. Yeah, it was, because my dad called me to chew me out. That's why we went. I asked to go as a pick me up. Oh, yeah, his same old BS. Zoe refocused, turning to Mira. I was curious about your family, Mir. You haven't mentioned them before. Just didn't want to pry. You never pry. You do the opposite of pry, Mira said, smiling and laughing a bit. Yeah, but my parents never really liked me. Couldn't tell you what I did. Maybe it's misogyny and they were focused on my brother, or I reminded my mom of my grandma or whatever. But I never really played into the rich priss role they wanted me to. So, not really a family for me with them anymore. I'm sorry, Zoe responded, arm reaching gently to land on Mira's forearm. Both of them breathing in at the contact, and Mira laid her other hand on top of Zoe's. No need to be sorry. You and Rumi are my family. And Derpy. She paused, smiling. And our adopted son, Sebastian. Don't tell him he's adopted. He doesn't know, Zoe whispered, eyes wide. They laughed at each other again, Mira patting her hand before straightening up, eyes bright with affection. She glanced at Rumi, who smiled and leaned over to tap at Zoe, who turned to meet her eyes. Speaking of, kind of off topic, she started. Speaking of kind of off topic, she started, clearing her throat and meeting Zoe's eyes again. We wanted to talk to you about something, both of us. Something in Zoe's stomach twisted, but she kept a smile. Oh? Nothing bad. God, Rue, make it sound any worse. Mira chuckled, squeezing Zoe's hand. She's bad at using the right words for context when something is meaningful. Hey! Rumi furrowed her brows, smile playful again. I'm trying. You promised. Rue, come on. You know me. I have to poke fun. Go ahead. She gestured with her free hand, still holding Zoe's with the other. I am so ready. Okay, okay. Rumi looked down at her again, and Zoe felt the slight panic in her belly. The kind where you knew something was about to change. Whatever Rumi said might make her explode, and she was cautiously hopeful it really would just be something stupid and silly, and she could pretend she wasn't hoping it was something more. Well, Mira and I have been trying to find a good moment when we are all together to ask you something. So maybe we kinda plan to semi kidnap you and bring you here? She laughed nervously, then continued. Because we really have been kinda lying to you? No, not lying. Sorry, just not completely honest. Jeez, Rumi, okay. Just breathe. Just pause. Breathe. Mira pressed her free hand into Rumi's shoulder. You look like you're gonna implode. Zoe chuckled nervously. If you're nervous about what I think about you, it would have to be something like diabolically evil to affect my impression of you. I don't think you're capable of such things. Really? Mira asked, a strange, nervous tilt to her voice. Zoe blinked, inhaling sharply and forcing a smile. Smile again. Yeah, really. Rumi breathed out and smiled softly. Okay, well, yeah, like I said, we just want to be honest. So, well, the truth is, Rumi's phone rang, quiet, but interrupting what she was about to say. Zoe let out a breath of near relief when the focus shifted from her to the phone. Oh no, something is gonna happen. Something is gonna happen.
I've been watching the chat scroll by and somebody was just like, I can already feel my tears forming.
Jesus
Somebody
Christ.
hold my hand. If I don't hear it, it didn't happen.
It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad, guys. What the fuck?
Ari's trying to convince herself.
Okay. Rumi growled. Fucking growled. Reaching for the phone in annoyance. The worst time to. But froze. Phone turned over and still vibrating in her hand. Rue? Mira said, soft and reaching out. It's Celine. The girl managed, posture shifting immediately to more tense. Um, Celine? Zoe asked, turning between both of them, but neither of them were looking at her anymore. Rumi? I'm gonna take it real I'm gonna take it real quick. Just outside. 5 minutes. She was standing, shaking in a way Zoe hadn't seen since their talk out in the woods. Rumi, please, Mira begged, her voice surprisingly gentle. Rumi shook her head, holding up a single finger and dashing towards the entrance. Zoe felt lost. Mira wasn't holding her hands anymore. Instead, she was staring where Rumi disappeared, both fists tight in her lap. Who who is Celine? She asked, shakily, because she doesn't know her name, right? Her aunt, Mira huffed, still watching, her eyebrows furrowed in a worried expression. Oh, she looked back at her plate. I'm sorry, Zoe, Mira said, turning back to her, hand landing on the girl's shoulder. I'm sorry we. You don't have to be sorry. I want Rumi to be okay. I know how messy she gets after talking to her aunt. Last time she came and got me for a ride, she was distant. It hurt to see. Zoe turned, eyes threatening with wetness. She wouldn't cry. She wouldn't. Not here. Mira looked like she was heartbroken and, without speaking, pulled Zoe into a hug, firm but not crushing, head resting on top of hers. Give me a second, okay? I'm gonna check on her. Mira was up then, walking quickly the same way Rumi went. And then Zoe was alone, cold, scared. Everything had gone by so fast, she finally let herself process everything. They were both holding her hands, gently, affectionately. They had something to tell her, something they'd been afraid to tell her, a lie, a hidden truth. And Celine, Rumi's aunt, the one that wrecked her mind every time she called, as far as Zoe could tell, at least. And now she was sitting here, still come back, or both of them. What if they didn't come back? Not to her. They just needed a moment. And they would eat again and laugh, and she could settle the anxiety building in her chest as they told her something stupid like, "We wrote up official adoption papers for Sebastian," instead of the million other worrying things she was imagining they had meant to tell her. Her chest was tight. She squirmed, setting her hands in her lap and trying to breathe. It was okay. Okay. Rumi would be okay. She had to be. She didn't want to leave the table. For the fear of being called out for dining and dashing present in her mind. Time stretched. Her food started to cool off, and only then did Mira reappear, eyes strained and posture tense. She stopped, opening and closing her mouth a few times before reaching out for Zoe. "I'm gonna pay for the food. If you could get someone to pack it up, and I'm gonna take Rumi home. I'm gonna call a cab for you. She doesn't want you to see her like this." Zoe inhaled shakily, trying not to cry. "Okay." Mira was paused for a moment, and then moved forward and hugged her again. "I wanted to take you home with us, but she needs me right now. I I understand, Mira. I appreciate the cab. I'll just wait for a text later, okay? Maybe when you get her to sleep? How she's doing?" Did it matter? Did any of it matter? She had to get out of this headspace. "Okay, yeah. Yeah, of course. I'll text you. Rumi will be okay." She bounces back. She's strong. She just needs some time. She squeezed Zoe again, her head set on the shorter girl's. "We love you, you know?" And she's spiraling, feels guilty for ruining dinner. She didn't ruin it. If anything, it sounds like her aunt did. She hugged Mira back. "I understand." Mira pulled away, lifting Zoe's chin, and her breath hitched, seeing the tears at the edge of her eyes. Are are you okay?" Zoe nodded. "I get in my head a bit. I'm a little scared, but I'm okay. Go. Go to Rumi. I'll bring your food out in a minute, okay?" She squeezed Mira and pulled back, hating how she wanted to sink into her, wanted to go outside and pull Rumi in too. Mira nodded, hesitated, then took back off towards the doors. She watched as she pulled out a wallet at the front and started paying. Zoe followed instructions, waving down a worker and asking for several boxes and bags. Not 5 minutes later, she'd separated all the food and packed it in 3 bags, only labeled R, M, and Z. She walked slowly toward the entrance and looked around, finally finding 2 hunched figures sitting on a parking space block, one so small, and the other wrapped around and over like a shell. She didn't say anything, just moved forward and set the bags down. Mira unfurled from Rumi, nodding and reaching briefly to brush Zoe's hand. They didn't speak. Mira just nodded towards a cab pulling up for her and shook her phone in the air. "I'll message you." She nodded and stepped away, even though she didn't want to. She stepped into the cab, her food placed neatly next to her, and she didn't have the heart to look back at the girls as it drove away. Cool. Cool. It's
Cool.
okay.
Tight.
It's okay. Um, it's fine. Um, again, it's fine. It's also because maybe I'm just too used to like Celine angst that I'm like, yes, I'm upset. I'm deeply upset. But also,
The brick was not kissed before it was yeeted at us. Yes,
um,
yes.
okay, let me read the notes. I don't know if this flows the way I meant it to. It does, but I got all the plot I wanted to fit in here. Took me so long. Forgive me, my little fishies. To be fair, it was 9,000 something words. I was struggling personally with some stuff, but I'm back, baby. Flakies. Yeah. I think this was good. Yeah. We right at dawn.
I don't think I've seen Artie speechless before. Oh, chat. I still have to go for the make Artie cry challenge.
Yeah, you do. You do. I haven't cried yet.
Oh, Artie. Oh, Artie. I think I made Rose cry.
in the further chapters?
She got on my ellipsis and she read the angst chapter that I wrote during a meltdown.
Oh. I'm also like I usually don't cry when I read stuff. I don't know. I cry during like movies or like shows sometimes. And like yeah, plays I cry. But like reading is I don't know. I'm also like I said, I'm reading out loud. I'm like presenting something to the live stream, you know? But yeah, that's your challenge, baby. That's your challenge. Teehee. No, but like yeah, they're going to be fine. So I'm fine right now. I'll be fine. I'll be fine unless I don't know. I'll be fine unless something happens in their relationship that feels in that moment like it's not mendable. So that's your clue. That's your clue. I don't know. I feel like I'm remembering to the times that like I had my like
The art of making pretty girls cry.
oh my god, am I the pretty girl in this case?
Not that angsty of a fic, chat. It's
Just you
not.
wait, Artie.
You're not ready for the later chapters. The next chapter is the worst one.
Cool. But I have to stop here.
And it gets resolved at the end. So, I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Cool.
You just want to make me the villain so bad.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm gonna see how far we
The
are.
art of ruining relationships is crazy. Not true.
That is not true. That is deeply not true.
I love/hated the next chapter. Yeah. When can we expect the next chapter? Actually, most of the next chapter is written, but I'm going through a lot right now.
We're not even.
Just because it's resolved doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Okay, well.
I'm going through the. We are like halfway through. We are halfway through the fic. Like a bit more. No, halfway. Pretty halfway through. Lengthwise.
Do you want to just look at the title for the next chapter?
Come back to us. I see it. I see it right here. I see it right here. I see it right here. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I have to stop here though.
Artie's imagining me getting my ass kicked.
Listen, I'm not imagining anything yet. I am not imagining anything yet. I know that the comfort is coming, so I'm fine. Yeah.
Honestly,
We will currently grant you clemency for now.
the next chapter has one of, like, I know I've been talking about like how my favorite scenes. This next chapter has a scene that I imagined before I started writing the fic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those scenes where it's like I had this like way at the beginning, and this was part of like the end goal.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool. Sorry, the way people are leaving comments. Is everyone watching that creator who judges people's like what they brought to the cookout to potluck? Is everyone watching the same creator? Because all the comments are like reminding me of what that creator says. It's like the court shall grant you clemency. Next. Death row! Yes, yes, yes. Y'all got me. Y'all got. I love that creator so much. It's like it always comes up on my TikTok, and I'm like, death row! You and your Uber driver and your Uber driver's mechanic. Reef, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll send you something. I'll send you a video from
I
like
think I do.
You do?
Please send me some. just so
the
I can-
braising bull for the prosecutor, their family, and their Uber driver. It's so good. I love that creator. The keys to the city, my darling. The knighthood from King Charles himself.
Reef, just please don't follow tradition and stab me.
Reef wouldn't do that.
No one's
Reef
getting stabbed.
Reef would not do that. I'm telling you.
Not physically.
Not physically. Okay.
Emotionally, maybe.
Yeah, which is,
Maybe I'll stab you. Maybe I'll stab you instead.
girl, what?
For the whole.
Girl. Now I wanna play easy because you mentioned it and it tracks, Tee. I can hear people out there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end this over here. Where's easy? Oh my god. I sometimes I hate how Spotify is like structured. Where is easy? Oh my god.
All the time I try to go in and search for a song, but I'm like in my playlists and not like in the general Spotify, and I was just like, bitch, you should come up regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I should
Yeah.
find their two search bars.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna dip after playing this. But this was so fun. Lives with you are so fun. And I just wanted to tell you that. Yeah, this was really fun. I had a lot of fun. Okay,
I just like talking to you guys.
I just like talking to you, and this is my excuse to do so. This is kind of like, yeah,